where the fast life meets the fast lane.
Yeah.
You're now tuned into Bars and Hoops Radio.
Yeah.
The world of hip-hop and sports live.
Dropping the clutch and then I hit the gas. Wheels screeching, tires burning, I'm flying past. Gotta get home quick, don't wanna miss the class. They schooling you on whips and how to make them fast. Talking about everything from cars to planes. What's hot, what's next, and how to flip the game. They talk in my language, we speak the same. That whip talk complex, but yet they keep it plain. From the news, the interviews, they keep it cool. They give reviews, everything from parts to tools. Can't lose, come to whips, they not no fools. Don't miss the show, the start time is noon. The bearded one, S.I Shawn, they crazy though. You can't miss it, tune in to Rally Radio.
Where the fast life meets the fast lane.
Whoop, 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 whoop. You said green, right? Good.
We are in the place to be.
Yes, sir.
Let's go.
Live. You already know how we get down, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's the bearded one here.
S.I Shawn, baby. Let's go.
You are now tuned into Rally Radio.
Oh, yeah.
Where the fast life meets the fast lane. I always wanted to meet that guy, man.
Nah,
Unfortunately, I wasn't able to.
Damn.
It's okay.
You know, the fast lane just not for everybody, though.
Yo.
It's just not.
We're not even going to get into that.
I mean, so this morning, real quick, bro.
Uh-huh.
First off, shout out to everybody who's logging in, who's rocking with us right now.
Let's go.
You know how we do it on this, lovely Saturday afternoon. But on my way in, though, this freaking this highway trooper, he probably was doing about, I want to say like, because I was doing about 65, 70, so he had to be doing like 85, 90.
Right.
So meanwhile, right, my lane is clear in front of me and the right lane is clear.
Mm-hmm.
So he's just like, he's moving it though, but he's not he's not ready to change lanes yet. So I'm like, I'm not going any faster. It's clear. You can hit the lane change if you want.
Wait, he was behind you?
Yeah.
Oh nah, you're wilding.
Yeah.
Continue, but
yeah, he was telling you, so he's doing like 85, 90, no lights on though. He just is going for his. All right, I'm good.
Uh-huh.
So he just hits the lane dip. So I say to say this, like, they just expect you to move. They just expect you to move, son.
I don't know. I don't like dealing with the po-po.
Nah, neither do I. That's why I'm like, listen, man, you're not gonna make me feel uncomfortable. I ain't do nothing today. I'm good.
He said, I ain't do nothing today. I'm good.
I'm good. So I'm a civilian today. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? But
he said, I ain't do nothing.
That's a fact, man. So that fast lane, man, y'all got to be careful with that right
That's
there.
how he said on my bad. I didn't mean to blow your eardrums. That's what he said on Boys in the Hood. Remember, he said, I didn't do nothing.
Yeah.
He said that with such passion, son.
Nah, he did.
He wasn't acting, and he was black. I said, I hate you. Remember that? I said, huh?
The mics.
They good.
Oh, okay.
So I said that was flagrant. Just the way he came at him. Like, I hate y'all. Like, but
yeah,
either way. Yeah, that sounded crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Either way, we are here. We are in the building. You already know what it is.
Factory. Yep.
Here we go, man. We got a lot of show for y'all today, man. California wants EV drivers to pay per mile driven.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be honest with you, right? At first,
Mm-hmm.
that's like a win. Good for y'all. Ha ha ha. Right?
Why you say that?
Nah, right or wrong. It's a win. Yo, ha ha ha. But they can get everybody to do that.
Of course.
And see, my thing is, as long as they have that power, gotta be careful.
Damn. So you trying to tell me being charged for miles wheeling?
Yes.
Yo.
For distant drip. They said it's to cover. They said it is to cover the gas tax that they not getting from gas cars. Well, not that they're not getting for people who switch to EV from gas. So that's a slap in the face to them, which I find hilarious. Shout out to my guy, Darth Spalding's in the building early. You already know what it is.
Yo, why does it seem like driving is now becoming a chore? An expensive chore.
Because this is what they want. I'm telling you, when you think about it, right? When they could charge the smokers, they didn't have a problem.
Okay.
It was like, yo, we're going to raise the price of cigarettes. This, that, and the third.
Mm-hmm.
But now that they like, nah, we can't keep doing that because now public health is getting crazy.
But they're already making a killing off that.
Yeah,
though.
but they trying to stop it. The left wingers is getting in there. We don't need no menthols in the hood. Yeah. So they're trying to stop menthol cigarettes.
They should have been did that.
They should have. However, they already got people hooked to it. So now you got the people hooked to it. Then you're just going to take it from them. Oh, my goodness.
So it's just like with the gas. It's just like with the gas engines. People like them, love them, and you just trying to dead them. What?
Very interesting, kid.
Yo.
This is how they play ball. But I will say this, however, man. When it comes down to it, this is why I be like, gotta be careful. People think they go in the EV, they're gonna save a couple dollars. They said, nah, we gonna get you too.
You gotta remember, man, they never gonna let you walk away scot-free, son. It's not really designed
Prime example.
for that.
Prime example. I got one for you real quick. Solar panels. Remember we talked about this the other week?
Okay.
So with solar panels, the whole point of it was that you're gonna save money on your electric bill, right? But now what happens in California? You ready for this? In California, so many people have solar panels on their homes that you know what? They're losing money. They're losing money. The electric companies are losing money. So what do you think they do? They say, yo, y'all just can't skate without paying nothing. So what? They gave everybody a base price that they have to pay. Why? You told me if I get the solar panels, it was going to be cheap. They was lying to you. So now that base pay, whenever they need something, watch, because this is how it happens everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we're just going to charge you a little bit here until they need something or until they need more money. They got a deficit somewhere. Yo, we're just going to raise the base price. We're going to raise the base price. We're going to raise the base price until you paying just as much as you was paying before. The only difference is that they rolling in the dough and they using your house. They're using your house as an outlet. Like, yeah, we're going to take all the electricity that you got coming in your house and we not going to pay you. That's how they going to do it.
I mean, when you think about it, though, like it is gonna come down to them just hustling us for it. Absolutely, because like you said, they always do this. But this is what happens, man, when we bite the bait, though. Yo, man, get the solars, man. You good, go do that,
kid. You know,
make it happen.
You know what I learned in life, man?
Nah, what's that? Son?
I learned that anybody that go door to door selling anything ain't worth it.
Damn.
Period. And if you notice, there's no store for solar panels. I haven't seen one. They stand at the front of the store.
I haven't either.
There's no store that says we sell solar panels. Come in here. It's gonna cost you X, Y, and Z. And this is no. Every trip is somebody standing there in front of the store, or they come to your house. Yo, did you hear about the new government plan? No, I did not, bro. And I'm going to need you to back up about 10, 15 feet.
But yo, I got to ask you, though, how come we always falling for it, though? Because it sound good?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yo, son, a lot of stuff go over a lot of people's head. Nobody really do the homework. And this is why Rally Radio is here, though. We like to help our people out, man. Because if you're not doing the homework, we doing the homework.
We have to.
Tune in to us. You already know what it is, man. Shout out to everybody who's tuned in, paying attention. We appreciate y'all early. We appreciate y'all. We didn't mean to laugh at y'all. But we are here. We in the building, man. I'm going to tell you. This is how it is. So, I'm going to say right now, son, it's definitely crazy out here with as far as some of the things that they're trying to get past.
But yo,
go ahead.
I was going to say, like, again, man, the call community, the call culture is just dwindling.
It is.
Nobody. It's getting bad, son. It's getting worse by the day.
Who cares about cars right now? Only the car lovers.
That's it, son. That is it.
But you can't tell about movie theater tickets because when Fast and Furious come out, they be billions. They make billions and millions and millions. I'm on my trunk. They make millions and millions and millions of dollars. You would think all them people, nah, son, nobody cares about the cars right there. Bro.
However, though, I do think that's somewhat to do with the actors, though. And they all actors at the end of the day. I think it has something more to do with that than anything.
You think they hate their guts?
No. I think they want to see them on the screen jump from building to building, flying spaceships versus seeing the whips.
I'm there for the cars.
Oh, no. We know, of course, like you got those ones who are there for the car, but then you got the majority who's not.
Right.
Oh, it's just another Fast and Furious movie. Let's go see it.
Chill. and you see, that's the kind of stuff I'll be talking about, bro. Like that's the kind of attitude that you see with a lot of people, and it just tells you who they are and what they are. And I'm not gonna say everybody that's in the cars got to be
Mhm.
a complete gearhead and all of that.
Nah,
but at the end of the day, bro, you know when you see some treason going on, and you like, yo, nah, that ain't even it.
Remember, man. Remember, I know you remember this as well as I do. There was a point in time when you was fiending to drive to get the first car, to see what that journey is gonna be like. That's what it was really about. Like, it's not about that no more. And I was thinking about this also too, right? I was like, from my age up to yours, right?
Yep.
I feel like it's not enough enthusiasts, right? I feel like it's not enough of us buying the cars.
This is we talking about that today too.
Yeah, because I feel like that also plays a part. It's like, you know what car I seen today? I was like, because I was gonna ask you, this was one of the illest cars you seen for the week, but this wasn't one of the illest cars I seen. I just seen it, whatever, right? It was a new WRX with the plastic moldings on the side,
Yes.
the fenders. I'm starting to like them.
Really?
Reason being, because you get it with a 6-speed, and it's like it's some performance offered vehicles, huh? That's gonna soon be gone.
Yeah.
And it was actually in a decent color. It was like this dark navy, midnight blue type of color. It was kind of tight.
But you know what though? And I think this is like where it's like the best car seen this week, if you asking.
Yeah, sure, absolutely.
Best car seen this week, I did see, was like, got it, not really that it was the best car, but it's just like, you see a rare car.
I mean, it could be the best car for the week, or
it
the
could be
rarest
for
car
the week.
for the week. Yeah.
Porsche 996 911 turbo joints. White with the gold. He had like the gold BBS, but the wheels was at least 280, 300.
Yeah, they those red.
I was like this. Yeah. Oh, and he just goes down. Every day he drives down Livingston Street. I'm over there in Brooklyn. Yeah. You see him drive by, and I'm like, oh my God, beautiful,
sickness.
And the thing is, he's driving slow, so it's like it's loud, and I love it.
Those 996 turbos ones, those are definitely hot like fire, if you ask me. 100%.
Definitely.
100%. I'm trying to think. What was the heat of the week? What was the heat of the? Was it this week? So I think it was this week. Was it?
Was it?
I don't know. I'm trying to think. Actually, what I seen this week that was pretty dope. Pretty dope. It was a McLaren. I think it was a 650. Nasty work, son.
So what I'm saying, son. It'll be some cars out there where I'll be like,
it is 100%, son.
Goodness,
100%, son.
Shout out to everybody who's tuned in, paying attention. I see everybody is outside. I'm not mad.
That's a fact. You know, other cars seen I was pretty hot, and I'm not really a fan of these. The new Bentley Continentals. Yo, this joint was like champagne with the white interior. Oh,
see, that's what I'm saying.
Convertible.
Come on. That's what I'm saying.
And I'm not a fan, but I'm looking at it, I'm like, yo, you know what? You know, they like twin turbo V8 in there too, or something like that. I'm looking at it, I'm like, you know what? I'm not really a fan of these, but it's looking pretty tough right here. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, those are basically the two for the week that I thought was pretty hot.
Well, I seen a whole bunch more. I seen a lot more news than anything. It's going crazy out there. Shout out to everybody's tuned in, paying attention. We are already in the building, man. With that being said, you got any shout outs you want to give, Candy? You want to recap real quick what we got going on, man? Any shout outs?
Yeah, I just want to shout out again, man, to everybody been rocking with us, spreading the word, and make sure y'all taking it easy out there, man, for sure.
That's a fact, because it's definitely going crazy out there, kid. I'm gonna tell you. Some of the things that we see going on is happening.
Let them hear it.
It's happening. We got a lot of it, yo. You know what was crazy too?
Stop.
You just started to see a lot of news about the confiscation of cars, taking people's cars.
I'm telling you, man. And I was about to get to this recap too about the NYPD pursuits costing the city millions.
Yeah, listen. You know we got more than that. I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah.
The other day, there was this big auto ring that I seen, not even, and they stole like about 400 million in classic cars. Two older men, I think one is 60, one is 58, and they was booking people classic cars like C1 Corvette convertible, very first one, 1955, double bubble Stingray Corvette. They was, and I'm like, look at this, and you would think at that age, they still trying to thief these cars. They stole over 400 million in classic
How
cars.
they do that, son?
I don't know. They didn't get into the particulars of sound. If you ask me, they did a Nicolas Cage. They walked up in there like, hey, I'm thinking about buying it. And the guy was like, yeah, well, come back. Took it for a test drive, probably disappeared with it. That's the only thing that makes sense to me.
Or like you said, they took a test drive. They came back. They did a lot of reconnaissance on the place.
Yep.
And they moved while it was hot.
How thieves do.
I'm telling you, son.
They come after you when you're sleeping. I can't stand a thief. I will say it again, and I say it till I'm blue in the face. I can't stand a thief. But with that being said, you already know what it is, man. It's the Bearded One. We about to jump right into the show. I want to give a special shout out here. Special shout out to my son, BP.
Let's go.
2024. Let's go. Wheeler Hockey League champion. I'm excited for him.
That's hot.
Because he scored 1 goal this season.
Yeah.
Right? But in the championship game, he scored
it's worth it.
2.
It's worth it.
He scored 2.
I
was like this. I'm there like this. Anything he did, I'm yelling. Yeah. It was crazy. It was great. So shout to him.
That's what's up. 100%. Let's go, BP.
Yeah, let's go, BP. You already know what it is. We're going to move right into the show, man. It's definitely one of them. So with that being said, here we go. Now, if you tuned in last week, or if you didn't, here's a little bit of recap for you. What you got for him, S.I? What we got?
So what's pretty interesting about last week was NYPD's pursuing, doing a bunch of these car chases. They claim they're losing millions, or it's costing them millions, rather. And what's also crazy about that is it's like, if they crash somebody or hit a vehicle, they're not liable for it.
Right.
That's ridiculous.
Right.
So it's like, what are they really losing millions on again, right? Is it the overtime? Like, what is it? Because y'all ain't paying for nobody damages.
And that's the real crazy part. If you're not paying for nobody damage, then what are you losing?
That's the crazy part.
You know why? Them cops is going out on IOD. They injured. So maybe they losing on salary. What's going on, Shy? What it is? Shout to my guy, Shy, in the building. Early. Continue on, my brother.
Another wild one from last week is they caught the guy Tight Benz. That was his name.
What? What?
Didn't the NYPD they conglomerate with New Jersey cops to catch Tight Benz.
You mean squeeze? Yo, pause. Just all right. Let's move on. It's crazy. Shout to SP the Dawn
Let's
in
go,
the building.
SP.
Let's go. That's what I'm talking about.
Let's make it happen.
Whole lot of buffoonery in the car world. I'm here for it. You already know. He said Tight Ben. I was like, who?
Yeah, that's crazy, son.
Continue
that's
on.
extra crazy
What else you
right
got
there.
for me?
Another one from last week is I thought was interesting. Aston Martin was like, V6s is just not exotic enough.
Ooh, what a shot. They sent shots around the world with that one.
Because remember, Ferrari is taking a liking to these twin turbo V6 layouts.
I thought it was a twin turbo 8 layout.
No, remember that Roma has a twin turbo V6 in it. And that's like the entry level sports car.
Yo,
how do you feel about that? I thought that was interesting. Like,
well, how you feel about what they said?
Yeah, the V6s is not. They just not. It seems like they're saying it's not rowdy enough.
So here's a deal, right? When they say that, we already know what they mean. Shout to my guy. Who's that? It's Militime NYC is in the building. Let's go. He tuned in on YouTube too. Let's go.
Fire
so
right there.
Here's the thing, right?
Yeah.
When they say that the V6 is not
exotic enough for their crowd.
I mean, but are they lying?
That's the thing. It's like,
don't get me wrong. See, there's a difference between being exotic and making power. It is.
Okay.
Because you can have you like, let's think about this for a minute, right?
Okay.
You have some 600 horsepower V12s, right? You got a 2J that can make 900 on stock bottom end, right?
Yeah, but I think you're
that's
going
inline though.
Yeah, that is inline.
I hear you, but you
that
know what
is
I'm saying?
inline though.
So at the end of the day,
But we talking right out the box though.
Okay, so right out the box. Let's take a.
I mean, you got the GTR though, the R35
twin turbo GTR, right?
V6,
500 Lamborghini
600, right? The Nismos is like 600.
545, I think 545. I think the Nismo is
the
600.
Nismos is like 600 right now.
But you figure for that, right?
Okay.
You spent how much on that? A Nismo GTR is
probably like
about 150,
somewhere over there north of that.
So 150,000, right?
Mhm.
Now we know the Huracan came with a 10. I believe the last 12 was the Aventador.
Yes.
So the Aventador at its time sticker price was about $325. This is what I'm saying. It does have a prestige to it. Even if the horsepower may match with a GTR, you like
that's a fact though. But and we that's a fact. And we said this too the other week. It's like it's not all about horsepower though. It's not.
Boy, it is not.
It's not because you're right. I mean, I wonder why they didn't mention straight inline six though. Why they didn't mention inline six? They just said V6.
They ain't want the smoke.
That's what I think. It's very interesting that they didn't mention that. They just said, you know, even though they did give the credit, like you can make a lot of power or they can come with a lot of power, it's just not exotic enough, huh?
But the thing is that they right. Shout to SP said there are V6s and there are V6s with forced induction. Who wouldn't want a G35 or RS4 Avant? Okay, RS4 Avant, yes. G35. I have an M35.
Wait, hold on, RS4 Avant. What year we talking about?
Oh, you didn't know. We'll talk about it today.
Yeah,
it's gonna get interesting today because Audi is not playing.
Yeah, I know they bringing some nonsense over here. I remember that. I know what they talking about, man. Listen, man.
See, he talking reckless.
Nah,
he know SP.
I know he's an Audi fanatic.
Ooh, boy, he gonna listen. He gonna come through like Marlon and start talking bad about him. So his mom be like, who? What? Oh my goodness, boy. But I will say this, right? He's right. Because when you think about V6, let's think about the where do you see most V6s? And you're gonna laugh when I say this, but it's true.
Where? The domestic market.
Right. You're gonna see them in Dodge Caravans.
Yeah.
Like I feel like the earlier Dodges gave V6s a bad name.
I think so too.
Because those V6s was bad. The 3.5 liters that they was putting out, and you know what remember they was one of the reasons why cash for clunkers came into play too, because people was buying them 300Ms and them Sebrings V6.
See, I think it was more so the trans actuals and transmissions with those things.
Nah, it was the engine.
The engines?
It was the whole setup, kid. You got maybe 10,000 miles.
The whole drivetrain is dust.
Shout everybody's too they're paying attention. Don't forget, drop a like, drop a comment so we can shout you out. The thing is, shout the SP said no Audi slander here. So.
I hear you. No treason over here. No treason.
But at the end of the day, I feel like the V6 was always looked at as the model under the model.
Damn.
When you see a V6 Mustang, what do you say?
See, that's a little different.
Come on.
No, that's a problem right there. Because how you got a V6? First off, when you see a V6 Mustang, you don't even acknowledge it. That's first and foremost. All you see is that single tip exhaust.
Hold up. That's pause. Crazy.
Damn.
I will say this, right?
Talking about a car.
I will say it's a little single tip. You don't even acknowledge it.
He's
But I will say,
he took away out of context.
But my thing is, right? Let's say, for instance, right, like you said, the V6 Mustang, you won't know until you hear it. Like you said, you may be able to tell from the exhaust, right? But let's say you're not on it like that. Let's say you're looking at it from, oh my God, it's a Mustang, blah, 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 right? And then you start it up. We drive it. You hear that little slight roll, and you like this, nah. You should have got the 8. Everybody looks at the V6 as the undercar. They do.
And that's in the likes of that the same vehicle have another variation, you're trying to say then.
Yeah.
Because what if the V6 is the only variation now?
Then a lot of times that car don't sell much.
Damn. Huh.
Telling you, it is perception. It is. Aston Martin just coined it, but it's always been in the back of every car guy's mind. Unless like I said, unless there is something that you can get, if that's only it, or if that V6, like let's take the VR6, right? The Volkswagen VR6. That is a prime example of that is the top. You feel what I'm saying? But what cars is it going in? Hatch, Golf, Corrado. you know, maybe a Scirocco. If you're lucky, you
Yeah.
could swap a VR6 into it.
Or what about the R32?
Oof.
Oh, with the VR6 in it.
But
All-wheel drive one?
but there we
That's
go.
exotic. That's
exotic,
an exotic
that's not
Volkswagen,
exotic.
son. What?
That's just a beautiful car, but that is not exotic. You know what makes it exotic? Because it's rare. That's what makes it exotic.
Exotic, right? That's a first.
So you mean to tell me if somebody come through right now?
Yeah.
If somebody come through right now, let's say they got a J Swap all-wheel drive EG, you gonna feel the same?
Absolutely not. What the fuck? What?
Why not?
Son, how?
It's a V6 swap Civic all-wheel drive.
I think I gotta draw the line a little bit. If you swapped it, I don't know no more. I think it's like a hack job at this point. I don't know no more. I don't know if it can be considered exotic
He
anymore.
said a hack job.
It's weird now because we talking about, let's say it's built like this already. That's a little different now. That's a little different. But if you got you got the box of bolts over here, you trying to figure out where they going to. I don't know no more.
So then you don't like Honda?
No, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. So okay, I got a good one.
Let's go.
When the SI came with the K in it, that was wild. That was wild.
Okay,
that's what I'm saying. Or the Type R Integra with the B18 C5 in it.
Okay, Type R, yes.
That's wild. But now you coming across the street with your J Swap bubble.
Oh,
you still cool. You cool. You cool behind that, but it's not the same as an R32 Volkswagen. No, it's not. It's not the same thing.
There's a good chance that R32 get cleaned up though.
Probably not.
Son. Oh boy,
not,
this is all right.
You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful.
This is getting spicy now. So here's my thing, right? You got to keep this in mind. Like I said, Honda's dominate, and I always said this too.
Cool.
For this to have for them to have a VR6, right? What's the fastest time slip you ever seen on one?
I don't know.
Why is that?
I don't know. So, you know
what's
funny,
why?
right?
You know why?
What's that?
It's that weight, bro.
Nah, you're right. You know what's funny? I was thinking the other day, right? I'm driving. I'm like, you know what? Volkswagens are cool, but they really for like old heads or something, like, right? No, think about it for a hot second. Like you said, right? I think Volkswagens shine the most when they got a good set of wheels on there, drop, wicked exhaust, 6-speed. That's all you need. You good.
That's a fact.
You good.
Airbags.
Oh, nah.
Bag out the suspension. Because that's all I see on them.
I'm telling you, like, they are good. They have their own lane. That's why I kind of respect them. They have their own lane. Wheels, good sounding exhaust, 6-speed, drop, you straight. If you want to do the bags, that's on you. So, but that's what I was thinking. I'm like, damn, man. Like, I was looking at a Passat. I'm like, the Passats are cool, but they just like
that's it.
That's the first it goes.
That's it. It doesn't go any further than that. Oh boy, I can already hear the phone. Yo, son, people gonna get mad at that one. I will say this though. When I look at it, right? When I look at Volkswagen, you're right. I remember there was a point where I wanted one. But there was only one in particular that I wanted. And once I couldn't get that one, I didn't want any of them. Corrado.
Oh man, that's another one I feel like is on a spectrum of exotic, if you ask me. It's one of those.
Rare.
That's what I'm saying. You know them just had an adjustable wing on it?
Yes.
Hydraulic wing on it that it had. Come on, son.
How about I think it was what the aftermarket did with it, mostly for me. At that time, the best part to me was that I felt the interior was crazy for that. Like, wow, man, you see dudes full leather interior and all of that, right? But some of the aftermarket things that I had seen when they was making the Testarossa body kits was wow.
Nah, that was over the top.
That was over the top.
I always thought the car design looked beautiful though. Like out
right
the box, it just looked really, really well.
Right off the rip. And
you know
like I said, one of the first cars I ever really seen that somebody had worked on. I had shout out to Dub 160. I haven't seen them in a while, but they had a Volkswagen crew around the corner from my mom's house and this is when you had to get work on your car by word of mouth. Nobody really knew, oh, you a speed shop. Nah. My man Terrence and Nick, they used to be over there and they would have 8 and 10 different Volkswagens lined up down the block. And they had the the Volkswagen Golf Cabriolet.
Yeah, fire.
Oh my God! Like, and I was just like, damn, they did any and everything to these cars. Volkswagen Beetle, when the Beetle came out again,
Yeah.
they had one of those. Beautiful. Shout to my guy Zoom for Zoom.
Let's go.
He's
Zoom
in the
for
building early. Shout to my guy Zoom for Zoom. Terrence and Nick, they was off the hook with their tuning. They would have 2 and 3 Corrados out there. They would do massive amounts of work. I wanted to work there so bad. I told Terrence and Nick I work for free because they was right around the corner. And even though they wasn't, I had a CRX at the time, right? And well, this is before I had my Sierra, excuse me. But they was the reason why I wanted that Corrado because they let me. He had a red Golf GTI fully done up, and I'm telling you, man, I wanted that car.
You know what's great? You know what made me really like those Corrados? I used to live in South Ozone, right? And up the block, you had these guys. They always was working on cars. Always had cars outside. They didn't always have chuck wagons and stuff out there, right? They had quality, clean cars, right? And then they had the Corrado out there. I was like, what is that? So, you know, me being a noodle, I had to go talk to him about it. Like, and that's when I figured out what the car was. I was like, man, car is beautiful. It was clean.
You don't see that no more.
Nah, man, forget about it. So I want to say on a as far as the V6s are concerned, exotic, they could be depending on the packaging. Depending on the packaging. Like that Ferrari Roma with that twin turbo 6, I don't know about that because we know them for being V8.
But they still
V12.
got their 12 though. They put it in the SUV.
Okay.
Now, I mean, no, I'm just saying they have it. I don't know what made them go that route. But now you start even last week, the CEO of Lamborghini said we having a hard time going electric because nobody wants an electric sports car. You were right.
No, literally though.
Nobody wants that. You don't spend. Why would you spend gobs of money then if a Camry gonna have the same electrical motor as you?
The same drivetrain?
Come on, you might as well swap the top off the car, put a Lamborghini top on there, and call it a day. Mr. George Jetson?
Yo, you a fool, son.
I'm sorry.
You're right, though. Didn't McLaren say the same thing? Like, yo, nobody's rated bodies. Nobody's copping. Nobody's spending $300 on this.
Come on, son. That's what I'm saying. Would you?
Absolutely not.
I might as well buy a house, man. It's over.
Damn.
I'm gonna buy a house. I'm gonna get a condo or something and just sit outside on the porch and just in the rocking chair with the old pictures of a dog.
Viper. That's wild depressing, bro. I'm gonna go get a condo or something. Look at old Viper pictures.
Because it's old. It's over, son. It's over. It's over. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I try not to turn it into an EV thing. Let's jump right into the show, man. With that being said,
no, you're right though. It's not that it's just an EV thing, but those are not exotic. Like, there's nothing you're gonna tell me about this battery that I'm gonna be like, yo, you know what, fam? You're right.
But you do have some cats out there, like I said, and this is why it's very easy for them to slide this over on how they doing in the car industry. You got some cats that are really pushing for it. I see them when I look at certain articles. And you see these guys under the articles like Tesla's ahead of its time. It's time that we bow down. And you're like, bruh. Yo, you know what? That's what I'm saying. Fandom is a crazy thing, son. Shout to everybody who's tuned in paying attention because this is really fandom is a crazy thing. When cats are fans, they get delusional.
Yeah. I think they whole conception of things get misconstrued.
Facts.
I think it get wild.
Trump just got found guilty on 34 counts, and you got cats that are like, yo, he didn't do it. He's being, you like 34 counts though? Maybe 17. It is what it is.
I don't know, man. It's tricky out here, son. It's tricky.
They wilding with the politics. But I will.
Same night he raised like 34 million or something on the site though.
Yo, because cats are they like, nah, that don't even count. That didn't happen. I was like, yo, how?
I mean, my thing is though, we don't want to get too, political.
Not too political, but
it's a lot of dirty pool with those guys though. You gotta be careful, man. It's a lot, son. Like, the crazy part is he aired them out a little bit though, but because he used to do it or whatever like that, so he know what's going on. I don't know.
He definitely played dirty pool himself.
Absolutely.
But at the end of the day, I don't know. They said you're ducking your taxes. Said you only paid $1 in taxes last year. He said, I'll never forget this, son. I was like, oh, shoot. He said, that makes me smart. Yo. And you know what? He ain't lying.
That's what I'm saying.
He said, that's what makes me smart. I said, wow, that's crazy. But it is what it is. With that being said, we're going to move right into the show, man. We got a whole bunch going on for y'all today. We're going to be definitely talking about it today. California tries a pilot program to charge for miles driven. We're going to get into that. So with that being said,
damn, son.
Let's jump right into it.
Let's go.
Weekly Specs. Auto news for all the listeners, only on Rally Radio.
All right, y'all know how we get down, man. Y'all know what it is. We are here. We are in the building. Don't forget to tune in. You can also tune in on the app at Bars and Hoops Radio app. All you got to do is search it out over there on your Apple App Store or your Google Play Store. You will find it. But with that being said, we're about to jump right into this. It's very interesting. Need to pay attention. California is launching a pilot program to charge drivers for miles driven. As we know, California is the biggest EV market by a wide margin, besides them and Florida, right? And it looks like the state budget is digging a hole because a lot of the things that they use to fix the roads, they used the gas tax. Use money from the gas tax to fix the road. So now these guys getting their electric cars and so forth and so on. They're like, oh, you know, you're getting away from it. So what do? California says we are going to start a pilot program for people to pay for miles driven. Now, shout out to everybody who's tuned in, paying attention. Shout out to my guy Draco. He's in the building early. So we talked about this before, how they was changing the inspection stickers and stuff like that in order for them to really pinpoint, you know, a lot of things about your car, right? So with this being said, this is actually crazy. On average, Californians pay about $300 a year in state gas tax. EV has an annual has a $100 annual registration fee. That's a $200 million a year loss. Wow, you see that? And they've been new this.
Yeah,
they've been new this already.
Sure. But,
one of the Democrats over there, Caltrans, is proposing a solution called the California Road Charge, which will record the number of miles driven annually and tax motorists accordingly. The rate hasn't been set because the road charge remains at the prototype stage. It's not a law yet. However, a cost simulator on the program's website lists 3 options: 2 cents a mile, 3 cents a mile, or 4 cents a mile. It also argues that this system could allow some motorists to save money. For example, if you drive a 2023 Honda Pilot 1,000 miles per month, your monthly road charge bill would check in at $20 or $30 or $40, depending on which of these 3 hypothetical rates you apply. The site claims the same driver currently pays $27 a month in fuel taxes. I don't buy it. They are what, yo? It's EV drivers that will end up spending more. They pay the same monthly road charge, but they currently don't pay a gas tax. My God, what's your thoughts on that? First off, before you give me your thoughts, shout to everybody who's tuned in, paying attention. Shout to Clarence Alexander, he's in the building. Shout to Mr. 2J, he's in the building as well. What's your thoughts on that, kid?
I think that's really amazing. Like, you trying to tell me you're gonna go to the mailbox or get an email with a road tax bill in there?
Boy, what? Every month. They said you could choose whatever plan you like, 2, 3, or 4. Who's choosing 4? Why would I choose 4 cents a mile, son?
But yo, you know, here's the thing. I didn't think they thought about this, because it's just like when they create these EV batteries and stuff like that, right? They still don't really know how to recycle these things.
No,
right?
They thought about it.
I don't think they thought about, like, yo, we're gonna lose this this fuel tax that we got if we push this agenda for these EVs.
No, son. They
thought of it. You think they thought about that?
They 10, 15 plays ahead.
I mean, you're right. I guess when it comes with, as far as the money's concerned, they always got a way of getting you. Yeah.
Think about that for me.
That's crazy, huh?
You think that they ain't think about this?
I would like to believe they did it, huh?
Son, they said first we're gonna introduce it, like, to let people see it. After we let them see it, we're gonna introduce it and let them know, hey, You could have one too.
But
Then it went from you can have one to you must have one.
so here's the thing, though. It's like, okay, so what about the people who don't got the EVs? That means they paying this and the fuel tax.
They're paying and that, but the reason we brought it up, or the reason I brought it up, is because if they can do it to them,
Yeah,
this is what I mean. Once you open the door,
for sure.
You open the door for these guys to charge you for something, it never stays there. Inflation. Then they're gonna say, you know what? We found another deficit because something else. So instead of it being 2 cents, it's gonna be 4 cents, 5 cents, and 6 cents. Then it's gonna be 10 cents, 20 cents, 30 cents. Then it's gonna be $1. This is how they play ball. Shout out to everybody who's tuned in, paying attention. Draco said, he said, check it. She said, check it. I'm gonna be like, they see me rolling. You bouncing on them. That's what I'm saying.
Yo, how about we all just start walking and riding bicycles or something?
Yo,
to kill it right there. Boom, done.
Straight curveball. They be like, yo,
they not even driving.
They not even. This is what I'm saying.
But my problem is, right, this is how, like you were saying, man, this is how they just catch us up in the sweep, though.
Yes,
we allow them to do it every trip,
and not for nothing, because there's more. Like, and shout out to my guy Kai at my job. He said something to me that made a lot of sense. He said the reason why a lot of this stuff is flying and nobody cares because young people don't drive. Young people a lot of young people don't even drive anymore. So those are the new voters. The 18s, the 19s, the 20s, they don't even drive. They don't want to drive. They don't want nothing to do with the car. Shout out to everybody tuned in, paying attention. Don't forget, drop a comment so we can shout you out. Shout out to resident Toyota guy Marlon in the building right now. He said 4 cents a mile will apply to classic or exotic cars that don't get driven a lot. It's a fact. Shout to Jessica Grandy. She's in the building. She said, shout to Peace Pop the Beard on S.I Shawn. We appreciate you. Already know what it is. My thing is, once you open the door, once you give them a tax. That's it. You're never gonna see the end of it.
Nah, you're not. You're not.
Gotta worry about that, bro.
But even so, right? Let's say it is about, the young people don't drive. There's a bunch of other people who do.
They don't listen. They're not fighting. Check it out.
That's what I'm saying. Carry on.
Check this out. So you wondering how you would pay, right? How would you pay this, right? So it says drivers would be able to choose how the state tracks their mileage. Here we go. The magic words. Track.
Damn.
See, that's what I'm saying. So I'm gonna stop talking.
No. Let's carry on with this because it comes down to like, this is what happens when we want more tech in the car.
Yes.
This is what happens when we just cannot be content with what's going on.
Hold on. Continue. I'm sorry.
This is what happens when we just cannot be content when good is good, son. We can't. We need more. In the middle of that, we giving up our freedom. Come on, y'all.
Listen.
Let's go.
This is exactly what I'm saying. This is why I said this is a plan, bro.
Yo, you're right. Like this is like a plan that's been a plan before we even knew it was a plan.
Yes.
It's one of those deals.
Yeah.
Let's keep on packing these cars with technology. Come on, let's go. Everything.
And then when the car don't come with technology, I don't want that. You know what's crazy? I'm looking at a car right now.
Let's go.
I won't talk about it too crazy.
Let's go.
Because I don't want to ruin my chances. But got a chance to sit in the car. Like, wow, man, it's like you in a time capsule. Look in the middle console. It's a cassette tape deck and no backup camera.
Yo,
none of that.
Can you appreciate that or no? Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. So not to get too sidetracked, right? I was watching some video, right? And it was talking about a Maserati, beloved Maserati, that the bear don't want to. He's shaky with that. Car. Here we go, right? So inside this particular Maserati,
yes,
it still had. So it was a 20. I want to say 2016 to 2018 one, right? It still had the phone dial. Like you could press the buttons to make a call. You gotta turn the knob to punch in the navigation address, whatever like that. And the person doing the video was like downplaying it.
He was like, I can't understand. That gotta be it sounds like a Century. A Toyota Century.
Yo,
or what was it? Toyota President? Excuse me, Century. Toyota is a President. Yeah.
And I was just like, I like that. It's a different time.
right?
Why is everything? See, so I say all to say this, man. Like the bid on just was saying, like you get in something like that, you don't know what to do with it. You don't know what to do with it. You think it's whack. You think it's just old.
Right.
When this was the time, though.
This is what it was. This is what it was. Shout to Draco. He said it all started with them crushing street racer cars, destruction of private property, then the Patriot Act, then the jukes. We allowed the BS, and they said, "Ooh, it's sweet out here." That's a fact. But here's my problem with it, and this is what I'm saying. They said track your mileage. Track your mileage. Those are the magic words. We're gonna continue on.
Tracking you.
Track your son. This is what I'm saying. That's the magic word here. They could. It says in theory, drivers will be able to choose how the state tracks their mileage. They could hook up an electronic device to their car, use the car's built-in tracking system, or send Caltrans a picture of the odometer.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone has different levels of comfort when we're managing our data between efficiency and privacy. And that's why it's really important to have options from low tech to high tech. This is
son,
crazy.
I love the way they wording it though, because this is gonna go over people's head at an alarming rate. So here's the thing, right? Once you you plug up this magical device, you giving them access now. So why they can't stop the V? Why they can't just keep you like? Why they can't just do what they want to do?
And you know what? I hate feeling like we putting out wild theory,
son.
But at the end of the day,
it's not off the table. I'm sorry, it's not off the table.
If you could track my mileage, you could track my whereabouts.
So,
if you could track my whereabouts, you could shut me down.
Come on,
yo, son.
It's always a bigger play. It's always a bigger play.
Yo, son. Shout to Draco. He said, I told Allstate go get bent when they offered that safety drop. Yeah, I'm not doing that. He said, give me that. I haven't heard that in a while. That actually made me laugh. But this is my thing, though. This is I don't understand how you could be cool with this. And like I said, this is a play. They already making it law for them to put things like this in the car.
Yeah.
So that they can enact these laws later. They are definitely playing.
Remember
10,
the
steps ahead.
Remember that little speed limit control they 1-2 on the whip. You don't think that's still being worked on?
California, yo, son, we wasn't gonna talk about it because I did see it. I didn't add it, but California wants your car to beep every time it goes over the speed limit now. They wanted to have an annoying noise. You go over the speed limit, ding, 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 yo, it's crazy outside.
But this is what we want, though. This is what we want,
son.
Yo, they have drugged us, for lack of a better term.
Yeah.
With all this technology, son. They just keep pumping it in the veins. Hey, y'all.
You want some? Yeah.
Yo, we got this new. It's new.
This is what I'm saying, son.
Yeah, bring it on.
But they create the inconvenience. That's the problem. They create the inconvenience and then they pay on making they get paid off making it convenient.
Damn.
They do. Think about shout to Draco. He said it's also why I don't like using Easy Pass or that only or any crap on the trains. Easy Pass. Let's take that.
Oh man, son.
Oh, you know what? It takes us too long to get through the toll. They created that. They could have had a toll person at every toll. No, we cut. We can't have that many. So now that they cut all the personnel to the tolls, they said we have an alternative to make it faster. We're going to give you a pass that you can automatically pay and it scans as you drive on through. People was against it. No, I don't want it. So what did they do? They cut down the amount of cash lanes. They created the inconvenience by not keeping people there. You was paying the same amount of taxes, if not more. So
they create a problem and solve it. So they create a problem and then solve the problem.
And get paid. Is that not a shock? Think about it.
Son.
Yo, I'm telling you, and this is what I'm saying. Like I said, we don't like jiving into politics, but when politics intertwine with the autos, we do it.
Yeah, for sure.
And this is a prime example of that. So that's what I'm saying. People are sitting here, oh, you're exaggerating. But we've seen it.
That's for sure. And another thing, though, like you just said, man, they sell us on conveniency. But it's a cloak, though.
Yeah.
Because 99% of the problems you guys start.
Come on, son.
And y'all try to hit us with, yo, we gonna solve it. We got y'all. We got y'all best interests.
Come on.
And we buy it every time.
Every trip.
Yo, oh snap. We don't gotta stop no more.
Telling you.
Oh man, it's no jobs. Y'all took the jobs.
Yep.
Oh man, son.
Shout to Draco. He said it was in the name of safety for the health of the toll worker. Come on. Shout to Jessica Green. She said they getting paid though. They are. And then they try to have you believe, they be like, yo, you know what? No, the state needs it. You buy that?
Yo, son.
We just sent. Oh man, I don't want to get to it.
Nah, son, let them hear it one time.
I'm gonna stop here because I'm telling you, when you start really paying attention to what's going on, you start really seeing for yourself. And you don't gotta believe what we saying.
Nah, you don't. Not at all.
Turn on the TV, read a paper.
You know, the problem is, man. Again, they create these inconveniences, and then let us know that they're creating it, and then solving it for us supposedly.
Yes.
But we so just like, all right, yo, cool, no problem. You gonna handle that. We just okay with it.
Check this out.
We might be too deep in the mud.
Knee deep. Check this out. Drivers who are interested in participating in the pilot program can sign up on the California Road Charge website. So it's there already. They're ready to go. They got a website, everything, pay, scale, give me the money, right? State officials will select an unspecified number of applicants in July of 2024. So it's going to happen 2 months from now, next month. Come on, bro. Well, 2 months, excuse me. These motorists will be asked to make monthly road charge payments between August 2024 and January 2025, and they'll need to fill out 2 surveys about their experience. The state will refund their gasoline tax or their EV registration fee at the end of the program. To make the project more enticing, Caltrans will give participants up to 400 in gift cards. I thought y'all ain't had no money.
This is confusing.
This is confusing.
This is very confusing, son. Like, yo, what are y'all doing?
This is what I be saying, man. Stop. Listen, I'm not making this up. Shout to Draco. He said Command Air is going to be in heavy rotation when Betty hit the streets. Let's go. If you don't stand up for something, you'll lay down for everything.
That's a fact, though. But what happens now, right? I do like the fact that they said they're going to give you a survey to get your feedback on it. Beautiful.
They said you must. So it's bad enough that I just paid this 40. You just paid them to get into the program. They're going to select a couple of them. They didn't say who, right? After they take their money for 6 months, or after they pay this thing for 6 months, they fill out a survey. They said that they're going to give you back your money, and to make sure that we have more people jumping in, we're going to give you $400 gift cards. You know how they're going to pay for them gift cards? I'm going to tell you right now. That's because it's something they said here. He says, drivers who are interested in participating in the pilot program can sign up for the California charge. State officials will select an unspecified number. Let's say 30,000 cars sign up. All right, in order for us to cover them 400 gift cards, we can only pick 10,000. There you go. I'm telling you, son.
Yo, I'm trying to figure out, right? Who's really gonna go for this though?
I can't wait. I wish I was sitting there in the office so I could see for myself.
You know what it is? I wish sometimes I was there when they making these rules and they thinking about these policies so I could just laugh. I just want to I want to see if they're laughing, in fact.
No, they're not. If anything, they did the science already.
Yeah, he said
they did the homework already. Yo, you see how they carrying on out there? Son, they did the home, and this is what I'm saying. For those that are okay with it, if you're okay with electric cars, I just want you to keep this in mind.
Plus all the other stuff,
plus all the other stuff we say. That's a fact.
But I don't know, man. Like, where do they get off doing this though?
I don't know, son. I don't know.
Yo, California, whoever lives over, Jay, good luck, man.
Jay gonna have to make his way back.
I don't know where he gonna go. This is what I'm saying. Like he gonna be in North Carolina or something like that.
Ain't no bet over here. Shout out to everybody who's tuned in, paying attention. This is the hustle if I've ever seen it.
Son.
And shout to Marlon. He said that feedback nonsense is just to give you the illusion of having a say.
Yeah, sure.
They're gonna do what they want.
Exactly. That's how that's interesting. They talking about do a survey for what? You don't care. You want me to believe you can see that? and I ain't gonna lie, y'all. Hear me out. You got to give them credit because they have thought so far ahead that they like, yo, we gonna get them with this. You gotta admire that. Like, yo, y'all really think we not here?
They don't just think, they know.
Damn.
They know. If you don't know your history, you doomed to repeat it. You ever heard that before?
Absolutely. I got that written on my wall.
A lot of people don't know their history.
Man.
A lot of people don't know that, and we could talk history in a variety of things.
Sure.
But they're revisiting a lot of the things they couldn't do before. And they're doing it. EPA. I told you. In 2006, they wanted to enact an exhaust ticket law.
Yeah.
The prices was crazy. Fought it then? No. So they went back to it.
But yo, my thing is though, how is it nobody, or if there are people, why is it not enough of them to again decline that? Like, why is it like, how do they
think about the climate of the voters in 15 years? This is almost 20 years ago. That's 2024.
Okay.
Think about the climate of voters. They was kids. Now they voting. They don't have no clue that, because you know why? A lot of these guys, they that's just a little thing to them. They running on something else. Oh, guess what? We want to make marijuana legal. Oh, you with that? I'm voting for you. They don't care what else they do after that.
Oh, you got a point.
This is a hustle, man. Yo, listen. We're going to move right on, man. We got a whole bunch more. Listen, for those that are tuned in, paying attention, don't forget, drop a name, drop a comment so we can shout you out.
We're going to legalize this weed. We're going to keep you high, and we're going to do what we want.
Better yet, we're going to legalize it, but it's only legal for some people, because I don't know if y'all see people getting locked up left and right for this. You see, they just found $7 million in weed in Brooklyn that was packaged up, ready to go to the smoke shops. Why are they getting in trouble? Oh, they was illegal. They didn't have a license. Well, how you get the license? Only one person in New York City got the license right now. Really? Huh. But yet you telling everybody it's legal to walk around with up to an ounce of marijuana. Think about that.
Very interesting.
Let me move on, man. I gotta stop. I don't want to inspire nothing crazy. But with that being said, you know how we get down, man. We got more to the show. Got a lot going on here, man. Let's get into it. My man John Cena. Shout to John Cena.
You know what's funny? I was trying to get your opinion on this a long time ago, but I forgot what you was doing something one day. You didn't pick up the phone. What do you think about this? Right?
What, John Cena getting the FL5?
Yeah, like giving up the FK8.
Oh my god!
And like this, I'm getting the FL5. I really want to know your opinion on this. Is gonna be.
I'm gonna tell you the truth.
Keep it a bean. That's why we're on Rally Radio.
I mean, listen,
and don't be biased though.
What you mean?
Try not to be biased.
I mean, first off, right? It's a win for him. Let's be honest.
Okay.
Because he didn't pay nothing for that Type R, and now he's giving away that Type R. And he didn't pay nothing for this one at a time when nobody could get one. He was able to trade one in, right? And now the Type R that he did have, that dealership is going to sell it for twice the value because John Cena owned it. But I will say, on the driver's side of it, I don't know if I could do that. I do, however, applaud him because at the end of the day, he's telling you what I like. He rolls the gears, bro. Got a lot of these guys that claim they drivers, and they don't do this.
That's true.
Michael B. Jordan driving a Ferrari loses wild control and crash to a parked car of a car with the dual clutch on it.
But he also got away unscathed, no penalties, nothing.
Because the lawyer said, "How you know it was him?"
Yo, bulldog.
I need a lawyer like that. Son.
Bulldog.
Yeah, that lawyer's crazy, son. He said, "How you know it was him?"
Bulldog.
Wow.
That's crazy, son.
Thought it was him.
So
did you actually see him driving the car, son? Wow.
Meanwhile, it was wild cameras on the street. But
video behind him.
We don't know though. We still can't tell. It was crazy, son.
So I'll be honest with you. I'm that's one of the reasons why I'm with it. I mean, but he traded in the 21 Boost Blue.
I
figured he'd have had the limited. I'd have figured he'd have had the 2021 limited one. But like I said, I do respect it. It is what it is. And it also votes for Honda themselves. You know why? Because John Cena is not a small dude.
That's true.
He's not a small dude. So it just says that this car is really literally built for everybody if you can handle it.
That's true.
I got to give him his props. I don't think he's not tracking the car. When you look at his other Type R, he didn't put no wheels on it or nothing like that. He kept it stock and he enjoyed it. And he's moving on to the next experience. I don't knock people for that. You know what I mean?
I completely understand that. I could get behind that. I truly could.
Yep.
But what I want to ask you is, do you really believe, how should I put it, like that the F05 is a better car? Like, even though it's newer car, whatever, they updated this, they updated that. Like, because I know we're gonna go drive a F05. But before we do, I need to ask you, do you think it's solely a better car though? Like, just because I get it, he wants a new experience.
Yeah,
he could have easily test drove one, had one for a month. Could have did that. I don't see why he couldn't do it. He's John Cena, right? However, though, do you think it's a better car?
That's a very good question.
Like for real, like, do you honestly think it's a better car?
I would like to believe that Honda made improvements.
Okay.
One, cooling.
Okay.
The FK has bad. It does not cool well. It does heat soak a lot. That's a big complaint with them. And with the FL5, they did actually move the radiator up into the grill so that it gets way more air. Right? I'm gonna be honest, man. That's probably the best of it right there, because I don't think they changed any real handling outside of it maybe being heavier or being bigger.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying? But I would like to believe that Honda made it better to their standards. Now, as far as for my standards, I haven't driven one yet.
That's what I'm saying.
To say that it's better or worse.
So when we do drive one, though, right? Would you consider trading your?
Oh boy, FL? That's a big question right there.
That's what I'm saying. I'm curious, because it's like, if they upgraded something that you feel like is important, and it's supposedly saying a faster lap time, hoopla, would you be interested in trading it though?
I can only tell you after I've driven one. Like the same thing I could say with the Type R. You remember when we went upstate to get the car? Yeah. I still was apprehensive because at the end of the day, it's a Type R. Everybody loves it, but I got to see how I felt. And let me tell you, man, when we took it up the block, I said, oh, this is mine.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm buying it. Because I was like, this car is good. And the more I drove it, even now to this day, I feel like it's a great car. So it's very hard for me to say that FL5 would have to do a lot for me to feel it's better. You would probably feel that way because it's newer, but once the car breaks in and settles in, how is it after that as well? Because that's another thing. I don't plan on selling this FK. And reason being is because it's manual. It's a Type R. And I know there's not going to be too many more left after this. I mean, after this FL5, we lucky if we get another Type R.
I'll probably get another one, but
that's not electric.
Right? I was about to say, it might be electric, auto.
Surprised. I got to say, man, maybe I'll feel different in a couple of years, but I'm just really still enjoying the FK. So I can't say it's better. It's probably better because it's newer. Yeah. And they did more, like I said, they did more different things to it. Like I said, the cooling is a big deal. Yeah. The wheel size, I believe they went down to 19. FK8 is 20s. But the brake size is still the same.
Yeah, they went 265 in all corners though.
Right, which is
that's
very, very that's a wide tire for a front wheel drive car.
For sure.
What I'm saying? But I believe and then I feel like it has probably a little bit more comfort than an FK. Because I can't lie, man. When I drive that Type R and I go over a bump or you hit you feel it. You do feel the contact with the road. There's no lying about that. Yeah. Maybe they kind of softened that up and only left it in a certain like when you go to R+ mode, then you probably get everything. But I feel like mine's driving in regular sport mode is there.
Nice. I get where you're going.
You know what I mean?
So you're saying that as far as like the experience you're having with the FK8 is just like visceral all the time.
Yeah.
With a car like that, I would only want that though.
So
I don't want no soft suspension and all this other creature comforts. Why?
I'm gonna tell you, I went to comfort mode when we was driving to the Dragon's Tail. Dropped it down because I was like, yo, save some gas. Let's see, because it's a Type R, but it's also a Honda. So let's see this gas saving technology you're talking about, and it's there. I put it in six speed, 6 gear, and dropped it down to comfort. However, it felt like Nah, I didn't like it. I didn't like the response. Like if we driving long distances and you got nothing but straight roads as far as the horizon can see, or as far as you can see up past the horizon, then okay, yeah, I ain't doing nothing crazy. But I couldn't wait to get off that straight road. I couldn't wait to put the joint back in sport or R plus. Because once we found them back,
yeah,
R plus,
yeah,
total difference.
mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. It's hard to say. I haven't driven an FL5. So it's hard for me to say. Would I trade mine? It has to be one hell of a car for me to go, I'm going to let this FK8 go. Seeing as though I've got all these parts. You know what I'm saying?
But probably could transfer over.
I doubt it. I think the only thing that probably is not even the wheels. I think it is 5x120 still.
I would like to believe it is.
Not it is, but I don't know about the offset.
Okay,
I don't know the offset of those cars. But even though a lot of guys are taking the FL5 wheels and putting them on the FK8 though, that's another mod that they're doing. But I don't think I would. I don't think so. I'm a real creature of habit sometimes.
Yeah, hey,
you know what I mean. And I don't like a lot of change. Like the change got to be great.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? So that's where I would be at. What you think? You think you?
I don't know. I feel like as far as the FL5 is concerned, they definitely did a couple suspension upgrades to it. Yeah. Like I said, they went down to a smaller tire, so that's probably why the ride will probably be a little bit softer because they went down to a smaller tire, wider tire, right?
Right.
I would like to drive one, but I think one of the things for me that I really like about the FK8, it just looks wild.
It does.
I love it. It looks like a GT3 to me. Like it reminds me of something that's meant to be like this for a reason.
With a FL5,
you know
like a Honda Accord with a wing on.
That's what I mean. It's like you made the car in a way docile now. Like I don't know. Like again, it may perform fantastic. Sure, it might just do that. Hell, it does do it. But it's still something about the FK. I'm like, I don't know, man. FK still looks hot. Still looks hot.
In my honest opinion, and that's another thing too.
Yeah,
I feel like the FK8, it's like they did that on purpose.
Yeah, they ain't do that by mistake.
I love the.
They're like, nah, we gonna make it like this.
When you look at the wing on the car, and a lot of people take all of those kind of parts off. Not me. I'm not.
Nah, I don't see why.
Nah, they take all of that off, but I don't like it. They changed to a new GT style wing and leave the Type R wing. I like that, but even just from the front, how wide it is compared to another Civic. The wing, even though a lot of people don't like the forks fiber, forks carbon down there. Me personally, I think just the fact that they did it is enough for me. You know what I'm saying? They show you where the aero works. I'm good.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I don't know. I think it serves a different purpose than the FL5, even though it's still a Type R2, but
right.
But the purpose is different.
But however, though, I still give John Cena his
100%.
Still
100%.
Like shout to John Cena.
He out here rolling gears for a fact.
It's a fact.
You know, he did have that movie back in like 2000, 2001 when he was driving that Camaro, the Catfish joint, rolling the gears in that too.
Hey, yo, he's in Fast and Furious too.
Oh, he was, right?
But I don't know if he rolling, man. I haven't watched one since.
Oh, nah, he definitely had. Last one I seen, he had a Fox body in there rolling gears.
Oh,
so he did. He's still rolling gears. It looks like.
That's what I'm saying, son. I gotta respect it. If that's how you,
100%.
If that's what you're doing, shout out to everybody who's tuned in, paying attention. You know how we get down, man. I'm gonna tell you, I respect it for that.
100%.
I don't think I don't want to change though. I don't want to change. I love mine, man. But you know what?
Yeah.
Who else doesn't want to change?
Yep.
Toyota. Shout to Toyota, man. Listen, we've said it before. Toyota's leading the way.
They are.
They like we not going out without a fight. Toyota said they will make fun gas engines right up until they're banned outright.
But what is that? But what does that mean exactly, though? Like,
that means they know something we don't. It's coming. Period.
I can't wait to see. I wonder if it's gonna be an inline 6 or something. Like what they mean fun engines.
Listen,
I don't know.
Fun engines meaning like that GR 1.3 liter big boost turbo car. Or maybe the thing is they can't go back to doing the inline or they can't. It's like they got their hands tied. However,
all right,
it looks like they with it though. But I will say that Toyota's the only one. Ford, Porsche. We're gonna talk about all that later because we got a whole bunch more. But I will say, just hearing this inspires me, and not for nothing. You may want to talk about this one. What'd you see? What's that they put up there? Gazoo Racing had that GT3.
They thinking about putting a V8, or better yet, they have a V8 in there, and it's pretty monstrous. They claiming. So I think that's pretty hot. That's hot right there. But they went V8 though.
Say it again, please.
They went V8. They ain't do V6. They like, nah, we gotta do V8.
Son,
there's something about a V8. Son.
And they said the exhaust note is gorgeous.
I could imagine.
Oh.
I could imagine. So this is when I said, like, what they mean by they will make fun gas engines now. Like, are they saying they're gonna revisit something, or they gonna try something new in they road cars? Like,
well, it's very interesting because me and you, we're gonna talk about this later as well. But it looks like they got a lot of tricks that they pulling out the sleeve, and not for nothing.
Yeah.
Just when you think that it's over, don't be shocked that they have a partnership with Suzuki. And a lot of people, why would they partner with Suzuki? Listen, Suzuki built a 1300 cc engine.
Yep.
And if you ever seen what those things do swapped in a smart car, what you wouldn't believe it. You would have to see it, and the way it revs. We're talking about a Hayabusa revs at what? 11, 12?
Yeah. It's crazy.
Really? 11 to man, you be take it all the way upstairs. We talking about regular car engines that red line at what?
6,
8,
7.
If you get an older Honda with a little bit of work, maybe 9, 12. Listen, I don't even gotta be going that fast to enjoy that, because it's to take it all the way upstairs like that.
Yeah, for real.
Let's keep that in mind. But with that being said, man, the fact that Toyota is saying that they're gonna make gas-powered engines up and right until it's banned, they get a salute.
No, they definitely get a salute. But I don't like that though. Until they ban, you think it's gonna go that far, son?
Yes. Yeah. And you know why I say that? Because it's gonna bring us right into the next thing that we want to talk about here. And this is another one, y'all. This is a hot topic here. Rhode Island is telling key car owners to turn in their registrations. Listen, there's about 30 key trucks in the state.
Yeah.
Listen to this. Rhode Island policymakers first floated the idea of banning key cars in 2021 as they launched a second offensive earlier in 2024. DMV Administrator Walter Craddock argued that key cars should be banned from driving on the Ocean State's roads because they were never manufactured in compliance with federal motor vehicle safety standards. Federal law allows any vehicle that is at least 25 years old to be legally imported to the United States, but each state has the power to decide what motorists are and aren't allowed to drive on its roads. Is that not interesting? Hold up. And the reason I wanted to talk about this is because here we go again with the government getting involved in a law that's already been there. No, they said they want them to turn those cars over. For those that do not know what a key car is, key cars were made in Japan.
Yep.
They are smaller than regular cars. They was made for people to enjoy the driving experience without having to drive at high speeds, although they are smaller. Now, this key truck that they're talking about is like a lorry. It's like
which
a
I
pickup.
like, though. I like this little Honda Accident. Hot.
Now, they're saying it wasn't made to be on the roads safe. That's what they're saying. That it wasn't made over here. So because it wasn't made over here, it wasn't made for our road standards.
So that means that soon they're gonna start coming for everything else you get.
Say it again.
They're gonna soon come for everything else that you could simply been dying to import. They're gonna knock that out too. Don't worry.
This is what I'm saying.
Don't worry.
People gotta listen.
So I think the problem is we opened up when we didn't stop the floodgate in time, they just going crazy now. It's like it's it.
Son,
we didn't stop it in time.
This is why I say it's a full-on onslaught.
Yeah.
on what you own.
Yeah.
It is a full on before. So it was cool if I wanted to import a Holden from Australia, though.
Yeah, that's
American
okay.
car.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
fine.
bring it over here. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
Listen, and you know what's funny? You know what I find funny about this? And shout to everybody who's tuned in, paying attention. Drop your comments in below. Let me know what y'all think, man. Because what do they mean by that when they say that they were never manufactured in compliance with federal motor vehicle safety standards? What does that mean? Do you know that America has the most stringent, but yet we have the most deaths by autos? But we ain't going.
It's weird.
It's weird, ain't it?
Very weird, huh?
You know what? I didn't know that, right? Until I watched a video of a guy trying to import. He was trying to import an older Porsche. You remember chasing classic cars?
Yeah.
So he was bringing the car in, and as he was bringing the Porsche in, there was a lot of things that the Porsche came with that they said is illegal in the United States. And you know what a lot of it was? They was like, oh, you can't have buffers on the bumper. You got to take those off. Like the safety stuff. I was like, what? And because of that, he had trouble importing it because he had to take the bumper off, put on the American style bumper, take the
I think a lot of that stuff, though, the better one, I think a lot of that stuff is just nitpicking, son. I think it's not nothing real behind it. Because like you said, like we have the most stringent safety regulations and people are smacking up and peeling out of here left and right.
Right.
So I don't understand. I'm confused.
This is what I'm saying. No. We not confused. We know. This is part. Listen, we can listen. Think about this. We just talked about how they want to hook things up into your car so that they can know how much mileage you're driving. This puts a kink in that. Because if we all looking forward to 25-year-old Japanese cars and 25-year-old European cars, what does that say for the American electric cars? No, we don't want them. We rather buy those.
That's a fact. And on top of that, they said it's going to communicate with the already tracking devices in them. So if those cars don't have that in them,
come on. This can't work. Man. This is what I'm saying. Listen.
Yo, son, I think that 25-year law to bring him over is about to be a Reynolds rap in a minute, son.
Yes.
Son, that's where it's headed. Damn.
And you know how they going to get the bread back that they making off imports for that?
How they going to do that?
EV road tax.
Yo, son.
Listen, and this is what I'm saying. I just had this talk with somebody who just bought a fully electric Lexus.
Okay.
They said,
blasphemy.
They said, oh, it's gonna be this the greatest, and I'm like, bro,
it's the greatest.
I'm like, bro, you know, it may fit your lifestyle. I don't see you as a driver anyway. I don't see like you strike me as the kind of person that just want to get in the car and get out. You don't seem like you know. But at the end of the day, just think about the bigger plan that you're part of. Oh, I'm not thinking about taking over the world. It's not the point.
Nah.
It's really not the point
really
because they know those people too. Don't get it twisted. They know those people too. They just don't do nothing about them because they're like, you know what?
Yeah,
we're gonna make sure that they rabble rousers and but at the end of the day, they could easily shut your car off for whatever reason. It's happening, bro.
It leaves more room for hacking.
Come on.
Leaves more room to do what they want to do.
Oh, as of right now, his mileage count is 346. He's on the move on Highway Southern.
Yeah.
Going eastbound on the I-80. Okay, we have reason to believe that, you know what, might be him. Let's shut him down. Boop.
Seriously, though.
Okay. Or better yet, you haven't paid your registration, or your registration is up. Do you know that? Maybe you didn't. Damn. Boop. We're going to turn the car off until you pay it. Damn.
Yo. You know how some people may forget 2 days went past? Yo, why the car not coming on?
It's gonna come on, and then something gonna come on the screen.
Yeah.
It's gonna come on the screen. Don't forget to pay your registration.
Yo.
Call this number after to pay your registration.
Yo, I don't get paid till next week.
That's so well, bro. What's the inspection stickers looking like for these joints? Yo. Well, with that being said, y'all know how we get down, man.
son.
The reason I wanted to bring that up is because the federal government, that is not the federal, this is the state government, but they're getting involved. And what happens when the state can't get their way? What do?
Man, when they can't get their way, they get the federal involved.
What did New York State do? When New York City wanted to enact the speed limit law and they couldn't do it, what they do?
They went to the bigger ones.
They went to the federal government.
Yeah.
The governor put it in line. So that's all they doing. They implanting it. They say they want them to turn them over. Look at this. While a lot of talk surrounding the ban has focused trucks, lawmakers are targeting any kind of key vehicle. If you want to register a Suzuki Cappuccino or AZ1 in Rhode Island, you'll soon be out of luck. There might be a dim flickering light at the end of the tunnel. However, Rhode Island Senator Lou DePalma and District 71 Representative Michelle McGaugh proposed legislation that would allow enthusiasts who registered a key vehicle before August 1st, 2021 legally keep their car on the road.
Wow.
That was back then.
That's what I'm saying. You see how they play? You gotta admire how they just think we're foolish. Like,
they said if you did it back then, you could keep it. But from here on out, that's it. Let's look at the dates on that for a little minute. What's the oldest key car you know? And see, this is what I mean. You're gonna get 25 years from 2021 is what? That's 1996.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
What do you think? When do you think the last? Let's
look at that.
This is what I'm saying. Let me see. The last key car. This is what I mean, bro. They know what they doing. The last key car. If they still building, I'm not sure. I think they are still building.
I would like to believe.
So it is actually a category in Japan. However, it looks like after 2016, a lot of them started to fall off. A lot of people stopped really buying them. So just to go into the history of it a little bit.
Yeah.
In April 2014, the Japanese government significantly reduced advantages for key cars, imposing a higher sales tax, higher gasoline, and higher key car tax. Wow. Daihatsu, Honda, Suzuki, and Nissan Mitsubishi are currently the only mass production manufacturers of key cars. Mazda sells rebadged Suzukis. Toyota and Subaru sell badged engineered Daihatsu, and Nissan Mitsubishi sources their commercial key models from over there. So they are still making them. But there's so much problems with it. If they could say the key car is unsafe, what else could they say is unsafe?
Remember they was talking about how if your car is like from 1980s or something like that, it's not safe.
1960s,
yeah,
70s.
yeah, it's not safe.
We talking about classic cars that go for millions when you roll them across the stage.
Not safe. Sorry,
I don't know what to tell you. Actually, we came to crush it. Oh my goodness. We're gonna move on. You know what? Listen, at the end of the day, we don't want to put no blasphemy out there, but we just want y'all to think about this for a minute. If they could do that to this, what else could they do?
You know what else they could do too, without a problem.
And you know what else is gonna aid and abet this? You know what's gonna enable this? Nissan issues a do not drive warning for 84,000 cars with the Takata airbag inflated. We still dealing with this.
Remember, son, it was over what, 1 million or something crazy like this.
They're gonna say for your own safety, we got to take this car away from you.
Damn, son. Who said they won't do it?
Who said they won't? Man, listen. Shout out to everybody who's tuned there paying attention, man. You know how we get down, man. It's the bearded one here.
And look what they says. They said certain 2002 to 2006 Sentra small cars. Really? Aren't all the Sentra small? What are you talking about?
No, these new Sentras that they got out here now.
I'm talking about from that time period, from 2002 to 2006. They was not.
No. Shout to Ace One. He had one. He had a Sentra SCR too.
Fire.
Nah, it was auto.
Auto?
It was auto.
He said, nah, it was
I don't care. Yeah, he gonna get mad when he hear that. I don't care. It wasn't good. Wasn't good. Had a Rockford Fosgate system on the inside.
That's nice.
But that's about it. Nice wheels. That was about it. Good luck with that. But I will say this, however, man, it's happening out here, y'all. And if you don't pay attention, if you're not paying attention, they will take everything out from under you, especially if you're a car guy, man. Now, let's get into this one a little bit too, and we're gonna move right on. We got truckers that want to sue NYC over controversial congestion price. You want to talk about that one a little bit, man? That was actually interesting.
Yo, son, that makes perfect sense, man. Because when you think about it, right, it's cutting into everything that they're doing.
Yeah.
And they like, yo, it's no way, it's no possible way.
They are doing it.
And that's the crazy part, man. Like
So jump into it. What we got?
So what it says, right? It says commercial truckers have joined the long list of opponents who filed lawsuits to block controversial first-in-nation congestion tolls to enter parts of Manhattan. Ah, man. The Trucking Association in New York slammed the congestion pricing program as unconstitutional in a scheme. Yo, son. They like, this thing is a scheme, son. I'm telling you, they had it up to the wall with this. Think about it, man. Yo, nobody is surviving that one, son.
Continue on. What else we got?
So they called it a scheme, son.
But the thing is, right, is that it adversely affects them, though.
It does.
It adversely like if you drive and deliver, if you deliver to the city, your day. Listen, it's gonna cost more.
That's a fact. And also, it says motorists will pay $15, right? To enter Manhattan's business district south of 60th Street, right? Per day. But truckers will pay 24 to 36, depending on the size of their vehicles, huh? Per day. What the? Per trip.
Wow.
So that's why they like, yo, nah, fam, this is crazy.
Wow. So wait, how much again? You said 24.
So $24 to $36.
So let's say you got a 5-day job, right? You work Monday through Friday, and you deliver to supermarkets out there and corner stores out there. That's your route.
Yeah.
Right? What's 36 times 5?
That's 180.
180 times 4.
Damn, son. 720.
720. 720 times 12.
8640. Yo, son, that's why they
Could we,
son.
Do y'all hear that amount of cash? That's one truck.
That's one.
That's one truck.
So remember, that's oh man, son. Like, so it makes sense, man. They not going for that, man.
Son, $8,600 from each truck. And let's say that's $8,600 a year. That's one truck.
That's one.
Could you do that times 100?
Oh my god.
Just 8640 times 100. Just to entertain the people out here.
864,000. Son. Damn, son. You know what's crazy though? It says the MTA plans to impose this new toll on June 30th.
So we got a rally run coming up, y'all. We wanted to tell y'all later, but since we're talking about it, don't forget we will be doing the congestion pricing run. We will be the last people to step foot in Manhattan for free. Man, June 29th is the date. And unfortunately, because it's enforced the 30th, we won't have a rain date. Either you show up or you don't.
That's a fact.
We're gonna be the last people to drive for free into the city.
Yo, it's crazy.
That is crazy.
So the lawsuit argues that the high tolls imposes financial burdens. What? Of course it do.
Could you imagine? That's another. If you have a fleet of 20 trucks, think about that. If you have a fleet of 20 trucks and you're paying $8,600 a year extra for them,
yo,
that's like 8,600 times. Okay, that's 86,000.
Yeah.
So let's say 8160. That's $172,000 a year extra. Wow. If you have a fleet of 20 trucks that's doing delivery, that's $172,000 extra. That's a lot, bro.
That's ridiculous. I'm telling you, man. But this is another scam they just came up with out of the blue.
They say, yo, we're gonna use that money. And now think about this. Here's where the shakeup comes in, right? Because obviously the trucking company's not paying.
But hold on, but wait, it says one way around this, right? They were exempted for certain essential industries. They were exempted. That's one
Like
possibility.
what? Like what? You would everything they driving out there is damn near essential. They probably be delivering medication.
Son, this is what I'm saying.
They're bringing food.
So what
Water.
appears to be food and water, like, yo, son, the trucking association is not going for this, son. They like, yo, we gotta fix this,
Son. We just did the math right here, and that was not 100%.
Mm-hmm.
But remember this: the pricing is going to go from the truckers. The truckers are going to bill the owners of the buildings. The owners of the buildings are going to in turn put that charge on whatever they sell. And guess what? You paying for it anyway.
Damn.
So a bagel with cream cheese that was $1.25 before congestion pricing, and it goes up to $2.50 or $3.
It's probably like $3 right now. It's probably gonna be $5.
It's gonna be $5.
Damn.
That's where the charge, yo, kid. That's crazy.
Yo, that's
Crazy.
really ridiculous, son. Like, I'm glad we found this because it's really getting serious out there, son.
Yeah.
It's getting serious out there, B.
And then they said, yo, guess what? You think you're gonna get around this congestion pricing? You think you're gonna get around like, oh, we're gonna drive to the top of 60th Street and take a train down? No, you won't. We're gonna put parking permits in these areas. So you have to have a parking permit to park there. This is a hustle.
Yo, they're cornering us at every angle.
Shout to Shaw. He said the key truck thing is those trucks have 0 seatbelts and airbag, and people doing swaps in them. Okay.
So
If that's how you choose to live, I live my life a quarter mile at a time. It's up to you.
But you know what's wicked though, because there was a time when the vehicles over here had no airbags and seatbelts.
Can you say that again?
It was a time over here. Legend has it that it was no airbags, no seatbelts.
Right. And that was more than 25 years ago.
This is what I'm saying.
But at the end of the day, so then why don't they come out with ways that you can keep the car?
You know what it is? But I think it's something that you said though. It wasn't built here.
Right.
It wasn't built here.
So then what they could do if they wanted to do that? They could easily be like, listen, you need to get seatbelts in.
Yeah, sure.
They won't do that. You know why? Because this is not what we want. I don't care. You still got Chevy Novas out there running around with no airbags in them, and they doing swaps in them too. So what's the difference?
Difference is it's not made here, sir.
They like, oh, it was made in America in 1960. A lot of things have changed since then, son. It's hilarious out here, so I'm telling you. But shout to Shaw.
Yo, it's really wild out here though.
So let's just think, like I said, at the end of the day, this congestion price thing is gonna run it through the roof, kid. Telling you. Be prepared.
But yo, isn't it? It's like every time we turn around, they got a new tax, huh? New scams, huh?
Taxing you without taxing you. What we've been saying. We've been saying this for how long?
I want to say
almost since inception of the show.
I was about to say, yeah.
Scamdemic.
They not letting up, son.
No.
Meanwhile, hold on. How much money they just sent over there?
90 billion. 90 billion first. 60 billion after that. 30 billion after that.
Yo, why are we not in an uproar yet? So I don't understand.
And here's another 20 million for good measure.
Damn.
And here's some more food. Here's some guns. Here's some tanks. Nobody's saying nothing. Nobody's saying nothing.
Meanwhile, Flint, Michigan still got a water problem over there.
They still got lead pipes. Pause. This is crazy out here, son.
Yo, this is like Bizarro land, son.
It's you gotta sit back and say to yourself, huh? Then they dwiddled your tax return to doodle like
they dwiddled.
You owe us now. Why? I just went to work.
Yo, it's not funny, but it's funny. Like, it's bad out here, son.
It's bad, son. They talking about inflation ain't slowing down.
Son.
They say, yo, Bidenomics is not working. Damn, I gotta stop, son. I gotta stop. I'm on a roll. But this is
Yo, son, I went to the store the other day, real quick. Side note, right? I might have bought like 6 things. Yo, my bill was like $150, son. I was like, yo, I'm returning this shit.
Yo, meanwhile, remember they used to say, yo, so you can save money by bringing lunch to work?
Yo.
Nah, that ain't even it no more. It don't matter.
Yo, it don't matter. It don't matter. Yo, I remember a time, right? When like my mom and like her sisters would go to BJ's or Costco's and get right.
And get right.
Son, I go up in there now.
I gotta take a loan out.
Gotta take a loan to eat.
I go to Costco or BJ. I'll be like this. Yeah, man. Look, let's just get that, and some water. They be like $725.
Yo,
like,
son, I'm telling you, kid, you walk out of there with the wrong 6 items. Is it? You gotta explain to yourself for the next week and a half, yo, fam. We're gonna have to hold this down.
Nah. What I do is right. I stop thinking about it. I go to work and they be like, "Yo, what you eating for lunch?" I'll be like, "I gotta do this paperwork."
Meanwhile, all the paperwork is done.
Yo, you got work over there? It's like food now. Yo, you got give me your work. It's crazy, son.
Yo, it's real out here, son. It's real out here.
Ah, man, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. We didn't mean to go off on a tangent, but shout out to everybody who's paying attention. We are here. We are in the building, man. This is what we like to say. I'm telling you, at the end of the day, it's going down. With that being said, oh man, we don't burn so much time on it. We're gonna jump right in. You already know we have our segment. We like to talk how we talk. Here we go. We're gonna jump in the tech.
It's Tech Talk with Pop the Bearded One and S.I Shawn.
All right, we have reached the Tech Talk segment, and this is really going to get interesting, man. We did have to skip over something, however, man, but we're going to get to that later. Looks like the 2025 Porsche will not be manual. They will not have a manual option for the 2025 Porsche 911, and that,
Yo, that's wicked.
That's scary.
But you know, I was thinking about this, right? When I looked at this, I'm like, yo, a lot of these Porsche drivers is like they fronting, son. They fronting, they wild old. They like raisins.
Yo.
Trying to roll some gears. They never was rolling gears. When you really sit here and think about it, right?
He said raisins.
Yo, when we think about this, right? And we really look at these auto manufacturers, right? Who like their clients was supposed to be drivers, but they turned around and made everything manual. We could blame it on the GTR. It wasn't the GTR. It wasn't.
It wasn't the GTR.
It wasn't. They not rolling gears. Think about it. Nissan, their client base, they not rolling gears. Now you're trying to look at Honda. They rolling gears. So we've been led to believe that these manufacturers, like their client base is just, oh, they buying the top of the line, fastest cars, blah, blah, blah. Nah, fam. They not rolling gears. They not driving them. So this is why it's done in 2025. It's done.
Shout to Dawes Paul and he said raisins.
That's a fact. That's a fact, son. That's a fact. It's sad to see the 911 go without the manual. That's ridiculous.
Yo, shout to Shai says selling cars is more important than holding on to a manual.
Listen, no, you know what? Okay, cool, that's fine, but
leave me the option.
That's what I mean. Like they're deleting the option. This is what I'm saying. So cool, you want to sell cars, but you take away the option. Your client base is not rolling gears. They not driving, bro. They not.
And you know what? Not for
nothing. I don't
nothing.
think so.
Not for nothing. You know, the better these cars have gotten, it seemed like the less the driver has to do. Let's be honest. We've seen this in a multitude of cars. But that's why I said I respect the Type R, because ultimately they're like, nah, bro. They even for 2025, Honda said they're getting rid of the manual for the Civic. Yeah. You want manual?
You gotta get the Type R. That's it. There's two driving cars.
Two driving cars. So now you ain't got to be out here fronting for nobody. If I see you driving a Honda Sport and I hear you trying to take it all the way to the rev line, I already know you got the CVT, son. Yeah. Just stop. You CVT drivers?
Yo, son. Ah, man.
I say, listen, if you're going to call yourself a car guy or a car girl, I'm going to keep it a buck. If you're going to call yourself a car guy, car girl, you got to at least have some sort of knowledge of manual.
Damn.
Have some knowledge because it's part of it. It's really part of it.
I think it is. It's definitely a part of it.
And you know, when I look at it, I think shout to Miller Time NYC, man. Shout to Miller Time NYC. Because Miller Time drives a Ford F-150, and a lot of times He'll say it when he calls us on the phone.
Yeah.
He'll say, listen, I'm just getting into this thing. However, I always feel like, this is something you want to learn. See how when you're into it, you want to learn more about it.
Yeah.
And one thing I know about a lot of is that when you're into something, you're going to learn any and everything about it.
Yeah,
So shout to
do your best.
NYC. This is what I'm talking about. Shout to Big Ant. He said the money over everything mentality ruins everything. That's a fact. My thing is leave the option. But here's the better question.
Okay.
If they gave you the option for more money, would you pay?
I mean, at that point, it's like, sheesh. You got what you want me to do? I'm on a skid. I gotta do it.
Listen, and this is why the Hellcat sold the way it did, because they didn't really get rid of it.
No.
COVID got rid of that manual option, and when they could get it back, they did.
COVID.
It did because of the chips. Because listen, that's a
Scandemic, son.
another
Like
hustle.
super hustle.
They was rolling the dice. They was like,
that's a fact. But you know what though? Even so, right? Sure, you want to make money, all of that. But think about it though, Ben. If this is supposed to be a driving car,
yes,
how you get rid of the whole option though? How you even do it? On top of that, I'm kind of not too bummed about it because these just turned into like a two-door Panamera anyway. Because they come in too damn big anyway. They'd be a Porsche 911, but
yes,
that's neither here nor there.
Well,
I'm just confused.
You know what's crazy? So a spokesperson for Porsche said that they could not comment on potential future products, but it was accurate that at the moment, no 992.2 cars are available with a manual transmission. That is boom.
But again, I get it, right? Like you said, over time, the autos got better, which is true.
Shout to Shy. He said product sitting on a lot is more expensive than anything else. It don't have to sit.
But here's the thing, though. If your client stuff, remember, these cars was manual. Like, they had a bunch of manual options for them.
Yes.
What happened to those people? Raisins. They never was rolling gas, B. I'm convinced you never was rolling gas.
There you go with the raisins again, man.
Tell you.
Ooh, I heard it. I just think about the raisin. Remember the California raisin dance around, spin around in a circle? That's wild, man. Think about a bunch of them marching into the Porsche dealership like damn raisins. Shout to Air. He said they paid more for the automatic back in the day. It's a fact. It's a fact.
Because they never was rolling gas, B.
Shout to Shaw. He said it's why they jumping off the EV train, sitting on the lot, costing them money, taking up space. Well, with that being said, man, you got to say to yourself, dealers, did the dealers have something to do with that?
Yeah.
We're gonna tackle that too. That's actually our driver's etiquette question. Don't forget, drop it at the bottom. Do you feel that dealer markups have killed a lot of sports cars and manuals?
I think absolutely.
Because they think that people don't want to buy it. But it's the fact that the dealer upticks he upticks the price for that. So drop it in the comments below. Do you feel dealerships are the killer of manual sports cars? It's gonna be interesting. I want to hear what everybody thinks.
So do you think, like, do you pay the price to get a manual? Or you feel like that's, like, I don't want to say right, but again, would you go the extra mile? Like, you know how they got the Z4?
Yes.
They're like, you got paid money for the manual now?
Yes.
It's very weird because the manual is cheaper to produce.
You would think. But it is. But they're like, oh, nobody really wants it. They think nobody wants it. And I think the dealerships have a lot to do with that.
I think so too.
Because ultimately the dealerships are the one who control what you get your hands on.
Yeah, when you think about it though, you're right.
Because it's like listen, when I went to get that Hellcat, and they told me, yo, we don't have no more manual. They was like, yo, right now it's not an option due to the chip shortage or whatever. Okay. He tried to get me in an automatic one. Yo, but I'm telling you, if you just take it up the block, you'll love it. I was like, nah, you don't understand, sir. I was like, have a good one.
I think, like, if you come in there already looking for a manual one, you're not gonna settle for no auto one. It's a reason you came in there asking for a manual one.
And you know what really upset me about it?
Crazy.
You know what really upset me about it is because then it was an auto one that was just sitting outside, right there in the front, sunburnt, whatever. I'm not really burnt, but
yeah, I know
you
what you mean. Yeah.
Like, yo, son, you think I want that? I want the one with the play. I want mine built. One that was really what I went in.
Yeah.
And I was ready to sign on the dotted line, but would prick my finger and sign in blood, kid. Let's go. But at the end of the day, it's like, who wants that? Like, and you got guys that have automatic Hellcat Challengers, because I was going for the Challenger, not the Charger. I understand the Charger already comes auto. However, when I went to get that Challenger, I went looking for the manual, and then he said, "Yeah, we could get you in the 392 manual."
Okay.
I was like, "All right, how much?" He said, "About the same price that you." Oh, he charged the front on me. Yeah, he charged the front on me. He tried to charge me like another 20 grand more. Yes.
See,
yes.
I like to believe that dealership is like the killer of all great cars.
Yeah. Oh, so you look. With that being said, we're gonna jump right in, man. You already know how we get down.
I think it does, B.
We got so much show here because Toyota Supra. And for and listen, before we get into the vehicular treason and vehicular automotive slaughter,
yeah,
the Toyota Supra we all begged for is going away in 2 years. What's your thoughts on that?
I knew it, son. I knew it. You know why I knew it, son? when they decided to get with Beamer. That might have not been the best idea, but however, though, Toyota was nervous because I thought about it. It doesn't matter what you buy when it's used.
Yep.
It don't matter.
Yep.
They don't care about those numbers.
That doesn't matter.
That does not affect a thing. That's why they didn't do it again, yo. So
the Supra curse.
That's what I mean.
The Supra curse.
The joint was cursed with that MK4 because the MK3 sold.
Yes.
That one sold.
Yes.
But the MK4, man, like, but I just Toyota's not willing to roll a dice on this, son. They're not willing to do it, B.
My thing is Toyota did what they normally do. They put so much into the research and development, and that's not the first time that we've seen that done. They spent way more, just to get Lexus as a brand. You know how much they spent? The LS400 was one of the first Lexuses that they made.
Yeah,
they made the ES250, and the LS400, right? As they made the LS400, they sent 50 of them to Alaska and 50 to Canada to make sure that the car can handle cold weather. They spent so much money. I think they spent, in comparison to now, I think it was $6 billion or just to make sure that the Lexus brand was ready. They probably never recouped it, but at the end of the day, this is what Toyota does, and they did the same thing. Because think about it, the LS400 first one is from 1990 to 94, right?
89, 90. Around there.
Yeah, 89, right?
Yeah.
The MK4 starts when?
That started 93.
So in the same time, they tackled the Supra the same way.
Yeah, basically.
They lost.
You know what's wild? You know much research and development they spent on the engine on that LS400?
Enlighten me.
$4 million. $4 million on that engine, son.
Who doing that?
That's reckless. But here's my thing, though, right? This what always bothers me. Okay, it's not a BMW. But wouldn't you recognize if something is still pretty damn good, though? Could you? I don't know. Maybe I'm being biased or something like that. Perhaps. But couldn't you recognize, like, nah, that Toyota Supra? I'm talking about the MK4. Like, yo, nah, that joint hot, son. How you can't?
But here's the thing: the MK4, and again, here we go with us killing. This is vehicular treason, not what I'm about to say, but what we end up doing.
Yeah.
You ever notice a lot of these cars come out? We don't want them, but then we want them on the secondhand market.
Yes.
Why do we do that?
That's what I mean. I couldn't tell you. Oh well, then again, we may feel like it's not worth it. It's not worth the price.
I think the dealers have something to do with that. Because they running it up 20,000-30,000. We said this before.
You're right, son.
At the end of the day, the dealership doesn't really make money off the little cars running the mill kind of line boxes that y'all sell.
Nah. Even if they selling 20 of them, it don't matter compared to one they'll make off this.
Right. So they make 20,000 extra.
Yeah.
And then they're trying to get you to get the loan through them. You saw when I went to get the Type R, he was like, yo, I had a check. Let's go.
Full check in his hand. He couldn't do it. He sent his man over to convince the bid on, yo, you sure you don't want to?
I said, I already got the money. Like, what are we doing here?
When that happened, right? That's when I realized it ain't about if you got the dough right here, son. No. It ain't about that.
No.
You would think they'd have went crazy. Oh, he's good.
Let's get the car out of there.
No. Nah, son.
It's about getting you for the long haul. Pause.
Yeah, that was reckless. Oof. So that's what I mean. Like all the dealership experiences I've ever had, even being a part of that one, I didn't enjoy it.
No.
I didn't enjoy not one dealership experience yet, son.
And I'm gonna tell you the truth. Why I didn't enjoy that? Because it's like I had to stand my ground.
Yeah, it was weird.
Like
yo, I got the check. You don't see it, it's here. Let's get this car.
He said, you sure? He said, I think if we run your credit, we could get you a better deal than them. I said, my man.
Yo, son.
I said, you want this for the car? I have it.
What was the confusion? What was the confusion?
I said, obviously, y'all don't know buyer's questions. How much?
Yo, and that really just bothered me, son.
Yeah.
Like moving forward, I was like, yo, this is not about if you got it right here and now. It ain't about that. Like you said, it's later on. We're gonna get you at the top end, buddy. That's what it's like.
I was like, just give me my money. Give me the car, bro. Very interesting, just to say the least. But that's why we bring it up. The Toyota Supra we all beg for is going away, and it seems like the biggest problem that people have with this car is that it has a BMW engine. I don't know why that's a problem.
Because
I'm trying to understand why. I get it that everybody want Heritage. I get it.
But you ain't buy the Heritage
when it was here.
They gave you Heritage. They gave you Heritage to the freaking to the maximum, to the HVACs. They gave you everything down to the studs.
And they didn't cop. They did not cop. When that car was 50,000, when that Supra was 50,000 brand new, they left it there.
Nah, I'm good.
Rarely saw one,
son. Forget about it. And now the crazy part is if Toyota was to decide to build another one, they have to start from complete scratch, bro. No engine, no chassis, nothing.
And how much would that cost? How much would it cost you? So if you're not even willing to buy this one, why would I make another one?
You know what? I was trying to say this before on the show. This Supra didn't even, it was almost not even back. They almost didn't even do this one, so.
And you know what drives me up the wall about this one? Shout to Marlon, because I know he's already over there.
Yeah, he probably like throwing wrenches around right now.
At the end of the day, I gotta say to myself at the same time, nobody really gave this car a shot.
I don't think so at all. At all.
And I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna be honest with you. I ran into one on the highway.
Yeah.
I was impressed. One,
yeah,
I think it looks good.
It looks.
I know we debated about that before versus the 400Z.
Yeah.
It does.
In person, it looks pretty good in person. Absolutely.
And not for nothing, I saw him really cutting up, and I was like, yo, this thing looked like, I don't know. I mean, if I had to spare cash, if I didn't have a Type R, and I was looking for a rear-wheel drive manual,
because you could get in the manual now, and you could get the 45th anniversary one.
I would get it. I would get it, and I said it. Shout to Ant. He said, "You're not buying the new Type R if it came with a Kia engine either." He got a point. He does have a point.
He said a Kia engine, though.
Right, but he did because when you think about it, that the equivalent to that
was wild.
But wait a minute. Let's think about the equivalent.
Okay.
Toyota went with BMW. What would be the perfect match for you to buy a Type R with a different engine in it?
A perfect match would be like Type R with a Toyota engine in it. I'd do that. That's a cop.
Boy.
That's a cop.
That sounds like blasphemy too.
That's a cop.
I could understand that.
That's not a cop.
I'm gonna tell you this though, but I will say this: it's a cop. I like depending on how they did it, if they worked with each other. But I would say this: if you put a Kia engine in this Type R, and the reviews, are saying that, yo,
that's what the Supra was. People was raving of like, nah, I think it's good, man.
Yo,
and got better with a manual.
And not only that,
come on.
And not only that, the engine that they did put in there is
pretty stout.
Right, is pretty proven with
exactly.
I just think that a lot of purists turned their nose up at it, but it doesn't matter because the purist wasn't gonna buy it nowhere.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact.
It doesn't matter.
So the car got a lot of flack for nothing then. Like
it got a lot of flack for nothing. It got a bad rap, and that's all it could be. But you know what's gonna happen? You know what's gonna happen?
Well, like it always does. Just tell them.
They're gonna stop making them.
Yeah.
And then they're gonna be the hottest thing on the market. Why?
Because I think something is like mentally wrong with us enthusiasts. No, seriously, like, this is what we do. It's like the baby, right? It's like you're a baby. Wah, wah. You want to get it. As soon as you're able to get it, you don't want it no more. But once it's gone and out of sight, you lose your soul. That's what happens. We're like big babies. Man.
And then, yo, my son be I be like, this is crazy.
But you know what though, man?
We losing it though. It's leaving.
I'm not surprised. I seen the writing on the wall though.
Are you getting one?
I would like to. I would.
I think you should get one.
I would like to. I'm gonna get one. I'm gonna pull up to Marlon's house and just leave it there. And tell him you can hold it for a week and tell me what you think.
That's going to be sitting right there in the same place.
It would be so.
Car didn't move. What happened?
Yo, son, you ain't put no miles on it. Nah, I'm good, man.
I will say this. I will say this though.
But not only carry on.
I will say this. I would buy one.
Yeah.
I would buy one. After seeing, I saw it in the dealership. I remember when I saw it, and they showed how many different countries was involved because it has a percentage, to get through customs or whatever. Yeah. And I was just like, yeah, that is crazy. But at the same time, to hear the responses of the people who actually went and bought one, and we talking about when it was auto. Yeah. I haven't heard outside of a couple magazines a manual one. I haven't seen one. You? I haven't.
Nope, I haven't seen one. But I seen reviews on them, and they say it's even better than the auto version. That's why I'm like, yo, man, this car is pretty good.
Yo, and Toyota spent the extra money just to put the third pedal in.
Because they thought we was gonna go crazy over it. See, for some reason we get them to do it. I don't know how that even happens. We get them to do it. They finally do it, and we still like this. Nah, fam.
We got to think about that, man. We got to think about that. With that being said, we got a couple of things we wanted to cross over. Audi reveals the new RS Avant. They're doing another Avant here, man. So Audi reveals the RS4 Avant Edition, 25 years with a 464 horsepower adjustable coilovers and ceramic brakes. Can't front on that. Can't front on that, son.
You know.
They said they're only putting out. They said the sporty performance wagon is gonna be just 250 units.
Of course it is.
Shoo.
Of course.
Shoo.
It's gonna go to the dealer and it's gonna be $1 million.
There you go. They're never gonna sell them.
He ain't gonna sell none of them.
Man, it's a 2.9 liter twin turbo V6, makes 464 horsepower. 443 foot-pounds of torque. It's definitely going to be there. They don't say if it's going to be manual or not.
It's not.
Well, you never know.
Nah, I know it's not. Did you know?
Well, they do. The transmission control unit has been retuned for more rapid shifting times.
Okay, yeah.
Well, there you go.
Do you know that? I know SP the Don knows this. That the last manual S4 I think was 2016. They don't even have a manual S4 right now. You think they're gonna make a manual of why?
Why would they? And then charge you double. It is what it is, man.
Why? I think we're bad enthusiasts.
Yeah.
I think we're bad. I don't think we're good at this.
I don't think we're doing too I don't think we're doing too well.
Nah.
But I will say this, however, man, it's some Subaru. I don't know if y'all seen the reports on this yesterday.
What's Subaru doing?
This is hilarious. In my opinion, Subaru does not want to commit to the STI.
Son, because nobody copping.
And because nobody's buying it. Why?
Why they gonna? I just thought about it again. Why would they spend all this money on it? For you to be like this, nah, I'm good. That's what I think personally. That's why they didn't really care how this WRX really looked. When you really think about it, but this was like a left field design.
And this one they call it the Subaru WRX TS. Man. TS stands for tuned by STI.
Yo, so I'm not even mad at Subaru. I'm not mad at them.
We ain't gonna call it STI. Tuned by STI. Yo, that's hilarious.
I'm not mad at them, son. I'm not mad, B. I'm not, man.
However, it does come with some mean seats.
Yeah, those seats is wicked street. Those
Recaro Ultra Suede and Brembo brakes.
Yeah.
19-inch wheels, 245 Bridgestone Potenza S007.
Yeah. That is wicked. It's wicked. I ain't gonna front.
And like it is manual.
And like I told you, I seen one today, not like this one ever, but I seen one in that nice blue. I said, you know what? It's not bad, son.
Not bad at all, brother.
And then I seen yesterday somebody just bought one because he just had the tag on it, like the crispy. Oh, I just copped it tag. I was like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I was like, buy them.
Pretty nice.
Buy them.
Pretty nice. Until they buy them, this is what's gonna happen. And it finally looks like Subaru, Toyota, and Mazda will be working together. Unfortunately, we're running low on time. We're gonna get into that one next week. But with that being said, we're gonna jump right into our driver's etiquette. This is actually gonna be interesting. Let's get to it. Here we go.
Driver's etiquette. Because sometimes you got to get this off your chest.
All right. Driver's etiquette. Are we really the problem with sports cars? Whew.
That's a very good question.
Are we really the problem?
That's a very good question. I would like to start off by saying we are probably 100%, then the deal is like another 100%. It's like half and half.
50-50 then.
200%. It's over the top. We're over the top a problem for it. That's why,
I tell you what.
That's why this is the way it is.
I look at the Supra we just talked about, right? Toyota did.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
Don't lose your train of thought. Do you know that the 22B, right? STI?
Yes.
You know what I mean? They made
how many?
Maybe 450 of them. You know what?
Really?
You know what some things cost?
Oh, 200,
300, 1,000.
You know how I know?
How?
Larry Chen, that guy from Hong Kong,
Yeah.
he had 122B in his apartment / garage.
Yeah.
And it was a thing of beauty.
Bruh, they put so much work into that car to only turn around and make 450 of them. And they're going, son.
And they're going. Look at the Pro Drive. Remember the Pro Drive?
Oh,
that
my
they redid?
gosh.
Oh, man. Well,
carry on.
Well, we got to ask. Like, I see the Supra. The Supra's going away. You figure when the Supra came out, I get it that it was auto. I get it that a lot of people didn't want it because it was auto. I understand.
I think auto was definitely a gut punch.
That was a gut punch.
That was.
And they did go with the low, but at the end of the day, they fixed it.
They did.
I just trying to understand why that car. Like, I get it if you was a real Toyota guy. There's not a lot of those.
But
what is the problem? Good.
I don't. I'm trying to think about it because dealers or manufacturers swap engines all the time, and I personally like engine swaps from dealers. When they do like an engine swap, I think that's cool.
Yes.
So, and furthermore, it's like, what's wrong with BMW and that power plant they chose?
Nothing.
I thought that was a wicked swap.
And you know what? Not for nothing, I really didn't think too much of that engine until I seen this guy's stock F30. I didn't really think much. Like, don't get me wrong, the specs was always right, but who's really working? Like, but now they dominating. Now you can't be mad at that.
I thought I was just again when it came out on auto, I was definitely disappointed.
Right.
But like you said, they fixed it.
Right.
They fixed it. And they made it, they made the car faster with the manual in it.
Yes.
Because we so concerned about track times and 0 to 60s. That
who hitting the track? See, son, I gotta stop you. And I realized that it's 2:00.
What you mean? That's what we so concerned about. We hitting the track. We doing 0 to 60 pulls.
You gotta really listen to some of the arguments. You be like a guy asked me, he said, why'd you get the Type R? You want to race it? I said, no, I got the Type R because I love the car. And I said, if I decided to race it, it could do that as well. But I said, I love the car. For street, I said, I love the car. He was like, well, what makes you love the car for the street? I said, the way it looks, the way it handles, how fast it is. He was like, yeah, but what's it doing in a quarter mile? I was like, bruh. I said, this is two different arguments.
Yeah.
You got to start to decipher yourself as a car guy. What are you exactly? You know what I mean? No, I'm not a track guy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be the first to tell you. No, I'm not a track guy. I have not that I wouldn't want to be, but I just didn't have the experience. You feel what I'm saying? But I think the Type R is going to be a great experience for me. That's why I would like to track the Type R.
Yeah.
But I also understand it's very hard to have a track car driven on the street until Phil like, yo, you know what? Yo, you can still just have this. Sounds good. Something I want to do. But at the end of the day, yes, I love the car for the street. That's why I paid for it.
I think people don't understand what a great street car is.
They have no clue.
And that's what I'm saying. These cars are phenomenal street cars. I don't think people really understand that. You got your fuel economy eco box over there, then you got this bouted street car though. I think people miss the the points with that.
I think that you
miss it, son.
When it comes to street cars, you just I gotta have fun with it.
But that's what I mean.
I gotta be able to have fun with it.
Don't get me wrong, these cars, even the SI, for instance, right? It has so much mechanical grip for the street. It's not even fun because it's you can't really get it out of sorts, right? And I can only imagine what the Type R is like. It's even better. So for the street, it's like it's like almost like
I'm gonna tell you, you gotta really like purposely turn this thing to something and crash into it. Other
That's
than
what I'm
that, like I
saying.
don't see how you do it. Yeah,
That's what I'm-
purposely.
it's so much mechanical grip on these cars. That's why I'm like, man, even something like the Supra is like a phenomenal street cars, huh?
Do you remember when we was bringing the car? When we was bringing the Super back. You was driving your SI, and we was going around. It was like a entry into the highway.
Yeah.
And I had pushed the car. Like, don't ask me why, but I just was like I felt like Superman in the car. We just got it, and I pushed it around that turn, and the car, the back
started coming out a little bit, right?
the back and its front way, but the back, but when it did it, it made for better handling.
Son,
I was like,
I don't know. This is what I mean. Like we the problems for sports cars, though.
We are the
We
problem.
the problem, B.
I'm gonna say this one time.
Let's go.
I believe that the reason why we are the problem because we expect more than the company can deliver. You got to remember, at the end of the day, they like to leave things out in the open for you to change on your own. No, they're not going to give you full race coilovers. No, you only got Dodge was the only one who ever gave any kind of drag slicks.
But don't lose train of thought. I don't mean to cut you off. But if they provide that, we have to pay more for it, though. We don't even want to pay the base price.
Come on. They're like, yo, for that price, I should have a twin turbo setup.
This is what I'm like.
With the Apexi FC. Let me stop saying. But you understand what I'm saying? Like you gotta expect that these cars are made to be modified. They are made so that you can buy them and enjoy them, or you can modify them. If you want that whole sheesh, I was about to say something.
Yeah, I know it's
crazy.
about to sound.
If you want all of that, the shebang, you're gonna have to get something that gives you that.
But here's the thing, even like real quick, I know we run a long time.
Yeah.
Give me one car real quick that you feel like it's all there and people don't really modify.
Porsche 911 GT3.
People modifying that though.
Yes, they are.
This is what I'm saying.
Yes, they are.
They paying that money.
Yep.
And they still turn around. Like me personally, though, when I get one, I'm not.
Because you want to see.
I want to enjoy it because they put so much research and development to this car. I need to see exactly what they done. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, like it's just we're the problem. We're the problem. What do you think? You think we're the problem? Or?
I think we're the problem. I think ultimately, don't get me wrong, the dealers are about 30-40%. But I'm gonna tell you why we are the controlling factor, because again, people pay for what they want and we hate it, but they do it. And if you're pure and you like, yo, this is the only way I'm gonna get it, you're gonna get it. It is what it is. People, we've seen the prices of some of these cars skyrocket, and people still made it happen because they wanted it. So at the end of the day, the dealership is the problem. They're gonna make their bread. But if you like this, yo, I don't care, then you're gonna buy it. When I bought the Type R was 40,000.
Yo, it was.
And it's brand new.
He paid more for it. He paid more for it. But that's what you're saying. I'm laughing because it's true. You want it. You would like it bad enough. You're gonna go get it.
They said he's and you try to drew him down, but at the end of the day, that was the cheapest one. When I really went to search, that's why I said once I test drove it, I said I'm buying it because there was somebody back at the lot waiting for me to come back and say I'm not taking it.
No, for sure.
It was like,
sure. Meanwhile,
I'll take it.
Meanwhile, you had the Ford Bullet over there too. Remember the green one?
Yeah.
Come on, son. That's probably not nowhere near there still. It's not there no more.
Of course not, bro. But this is what I'm saying. At the end of the day, you're gonna pay for what you want. My thing is that I think we expect too much.
Yeah, I think that is definitely a drawback. We don't, like I was saying earlier in the show, we don't know when enough is enough or when good is good enough.
Nope.
We don't. Like you said, we want a fully built for 40. Where?
Right.
Where you gonna get that at?
So I gotta say to myself, at the end of the day, I believe we are the problem, and I believe until we are the full problem, but we are part of the problem.
Absolutely. Because
we're sitting here looking at a rear wheel manual car, and we're saying we don't want it because it has a BMW engine. Wow, imagine that. Imagine not wanting a car with a BMW. No, I don't want it because it got a BMW.
That's ridiculous.
That's crazy. It's not like Toyota went to Hyundai.
But wait though,
you know what I'm saying?
That's a little different.
Yeah,
that's a little different, right? But Hyundai got the M guys over there now.
Yes, they do.
So I don't know anymore. It's like, hold on, and those Veloster ends and those end joints they no slouch.
I don't care.
He sound cares.
You lose me with that one.
See, the better
But
one,
then
he
again,
just got a problem with them.
Listen, there's a Hyundai purist out there. I like the
fact.
name.
Listen, I do like those Genesis 3.8 track edition joints with the 6-speed Brembos on there. I'm still for it. Meanwhile, I got one at Gran Turismo for you two waiting. So whenever you,
boy,
that's all I gotta say.
I got a Porsche.
Whatever.
Stop.
Yeah,
I ain't even gonna tell y'all.
Yeah,
Don't
bring
forget.
it. It don't matter.
Play
It don't matter.
Turismo. Look for us. But I will say we are part of the problem. Let's move right on, man. Shout out to everybody who's tuned in, paying attention. We about to get up out of here. We got a couple of things we're gonna talk about here, but our favorite segment of the show is coming up. Here we go.
Let's go.
Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Legends of Auto. Real legends never die.
All right. What you got for us today, kid?
Yeah. First off, I'm over here looking at these supers though. Better one got me started, so I can't go home like that. So I can't. But what I got today for the legend should be pretty interesting. Though it's a racetrack, and what I will say, every legend is not without its faults, right?
Let's go.
But this racetrack though is pretty cool. It's called Riverside International Motor Raceway, out in California, or was out in California, right? Ah man, these tracks just be going.
Mm-hmm.
So it started out as a road course and also a drag strip. So it was like 2-in-1, which was phenomenal,
Tremendous.
right? Super cool, super cool, right? It was in Edgemont area, Riverside, which is like 50 miles away from like Los Angeles.
Yes.
Pretty good distance away. So the track started in 1957. It ended like around 1982, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was not for nothing. This track was known for one of the best tracks in the United States at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Not for nothing. They had about, I want to say 300. No, that may not be accurate. About 300 some races. They had a bunch of races there, right? But one of the very last races there was the Budweiser 400.
The Budweiser 400.
Yes. And who won that was Rusty Wallace. Yo, son, I'm telling you. So these are one of the tracks, right? Which is just like, what happened to these things? Like, why can't they like not, keep them running? However, though, the running cost though, or what it cost to build this track back in 1957, it was $652,000, right? So in today's inflation, that's about $6 million, whatever like that, right? Pretty steep.
Yeah.
But what made this track crazy though? Carroll Shelby, pardon me, driven on his track, son. Also, he was offered by, I forgot his name, to drive in his Ferrari too, and Carroll Shelby turned it down. He turned it down on his track, like, nah, I don't want to drive in that car. So I thought that was pretty crazy too. That was definitely pretty dope. So with this legend here, man, we gotta support our local tracks. This is why I make these a part of the legend, because we forget about these tracks, or these tracks are forgotten about, and we never look for them ever again.
That's a fact.
So that's one thing, Rally Radio, Good Boy Rally. One of our things is to go to all of these tracks and actually see them for ourselves.
That's a fact.
Hope you enjoyed that legend of tracks.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Legends of Auto. Real legends never die.
It's a good legend.
Nah, it's a fact, man. These race, and it's a bunch of racetracks though, all over the place.
I tell you what, and there's a whole bunch more for us to visit.
It really is though.
Can't wait, man. Can't wait. With that being said, you already know how we get down, man. We are here. We are in the building. We are we over, but we got some other things we want to talk about here. And with that being said,
Mods, the newest and freshest. Modifications, parts, and fashion. Only on Rally Radio.
all right, for those that want to protect their cars, it's something I'm looking at right here. Rally Armor polyurethane mud flaps. Now,
Hold on. You don't even like mud flaps.
I don't, and that's why I said.
Don't even like it. Let's go.
I'm gonna tell you, I was cleaning the typewriter the other day, and you just start to see how much cake up is going on back there. It's like, yo, pause, that was crazy. But
cake up. Yo, where's the pace car? Yellow flag.
Woo,
Yo,
that was crazy. That was wild. But a lot of stuff happens, it protects your car from the rocks and things like that that you kick up when you're moving it. And like I said, I'm not with it. Maybe it's something I would put on like before a long road drive, but it looks like it's kind of worth it. I was looking at the reviews on it. I was like, you know what, I may end up purchasing some of these. And like I said, the material stands up to extreme UV and is manufactured specifically to retain its elastic qualities despite changes in temperatures. They yield to curbs and inclines, and unlike alternative lookalike aftermarket flaps, which stiffen up, scrape, bump, and bruise against common road conditions and surfaces. This is definitely something I'm looking at. Shout out to my guy, Dawg Sport. We say, wow, cake up. Reckless. But with that being said, I'm definitely looking at these. So
Yeah.
this is one of them. And also, we wanted to talk about, we probably talk about it the next time around, but they're coming out with a wide body of Both, $250,000, but it's gonna have a Bout-It motor brake setup, crazy. But we'll get into that some other time. But with that being said,
Mods, the newest and freshest. Hey, modifications, parts, and fashion. Only on Rally Radio.
all right, y'all. Y'all know how we get down, and here we go. We coming to our favorite part of the show,
go.
and you know what? We
Mhm.
got a little special for y'all. So let's get into this a little bit.
Let's make it happen.
Let's go.
It's the Understeer,
What up?
where we like to ask, what the hell were you thinking?
All right. So I know we probably are all victims of social media, but we're gonna talk about this one today. So this video in particular, there happens to be a guy who had to have a court hearing,
Yeah.
a virtual court hearing
Oh man, son.
about having a suspended license. And guess how he attended that virtual court meeting?
How did he pull this one off?
He attended it in his car driving while he had a suspended license. Let's get into it a little bit. We're
let's
going to
go.
play the video. This is our first time doing this, so check this out.
Assistant Public Defender Natalie Tate for Mr. Harris, who should be present via Zoom.
Mr. Harris, are you driving?
Actually, I'm pulling into my doctor's office, actually. So just give me 1 second. I'm parking right now.
Wait. You stationary?
I'm pulling in right now at this second. Yes, I am.
All right. What are we doing?
Your Honor, we are respectfully requesting an adjournment in this matter, up possibly 2 to 4 weeks if the court would allow.
So maybe I don't understand something. This is a driving while license suspended,
That is correct, Your Honor.
and he was just driving, and he didn't have a license.
That is with the charges, Your Honor, yes.
No, I'm looking at his
Yes.
record. He doesn't have a license. He's suspended and he's just driving.
That is correct, Your Honor.
I don't even know why he would do that. So defendant's bond is revoked in this matter. Defendant is to turn himself into the Washington County Jail by 6 p.m. today. Failure to turn himself in will result in a bench warrant with no bond.
Assistant Public Defender.
Yo, this guy is the understeer, son.
Yo, he said, "Oh my god."
Yo, he was like, was he mad? This is hilarious.
I think he was confused.
That
I think he was very confused. He's like, "Yo, I'm only going to my doctor. Like, I'm sick."
he said.
He probably thought they have sympathy from him or something.
So to give y'all a little bit of background, the May 15th incident is now going viral and shows Judge Cedric Simpson being visibly and verbally confused as Corey Harris called into the Washington County hearing from his moving vehicle. As a split screen video begins, you hear the public defender introduce him and they say, "Mr. Harris, are you driving?" You seen the video.
Crazy.
My thing is, again, how do we say it here at Rally Radio? We don't get you for what you do. We get you for how you got caught doing it. And with that being said, Mr. Corey Harris.
It's the Understeer,
What up?
where we like to ask, what the hell were you thinking?
I couldn't tell you what he was thinking on that one.
Neither could the judge. You heard him? He said, "I don't know why he would do that."
And he sounded so sincere with that one. Like, yo, why would he possibly?
With that being said, we reached the end of the show. You already know what it is, man. It's the bearded one here.
S.I Shawn, baby. Let's go.
Y'all know how we get down, man. We appreciate everybody for tuning in with us. Shout to everybody who rocked with us early. Shout to my guy, Big Ant. Shout to Marlon, resident Toyota guy.
Let's go.
Dawg Spalding's in there early. Jessica
Let's go.
Grandy. Draco. SP the Don. Ace One. We got a lot of people that tuned in with us today. Shout to everybody who rocked with us, who paid attention. If you was in the building with us, definitely drop a comment, drop a like, subscribe, share, let the people know there's two guys out here talking about autos. We making it happen. Don't forget Exhaust Notes, June 9th. Into the Wilderness will be. That's going to be our next run into the wilderness. That is going to be our speed and greet. Shout out to everybody who's there paying attention. Don't forget, have your car ready. And don't forget, June 29th, we will be doing the last free run to the city.
Damn.
The very last free run to the city. Don't forget, get with Rally Radio, get with Gutterball Rally. We're going to be in the building. So with that being said, we appreciate everybody who tuned in and rocked with us. You got any comments? You got any shout outs you want to give?
I just want to say, take it easy out there. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Don't blink too much. It might just be Monday. And appreciate y'all over here at Rally Radio.
Let's go. You already know what it is. The bearded one here.
S.I Shawn.
You know where to find us. Find us Gutterball Rally, Instagram, Gutterball Rally at Facebook, Gutterball Rally at YouTube. Don't forget, you can find us there. And we are working on our website, www.gutterballrally.com. We'll be finishing a little while, but in the meantime, you go check us out. With that being said, don't forget you can hear us live Saturdays, 12 noon, Bars and Hoops Radio. Download the app from your Google Play Store, your Apple App Store. You know what it is. So with that being said, we appreciate everybody. And until next week,
let's go.
We
are
out.
Rally Radio, where the fast life meets the fast lane.
Yeah.
You're now tuned into Bars and Hoops Radio. Where the world of hip hop and sports live.
Dropping the clutch and then I hit the gas. Wheels screeching, tires burning, I'm flying past. Gotta get home quick, don't wanna miss the class. They schooling you on whips and how to make them fast. Talking about everything from cars to plane. What's hot, what's next, and how to flip the game. They talk in my language, we speak the same. That whip talk complex, but yet they keep it plain. From the news, the interviews, they keep it cool. They give reviews, everything from parts to tools. Can't lose, come to whips, they not no fools. Don't miss the show, the start time is noon. The bearded one, S.I Shawn, they crazy though. You can't miss it, tune in to Rally Radio.
Where the fast life meets the fast lane.